Welcome everyone to the Champions League. We have today round 1 of tour. Here we are going to follow the 4 groups. It's the Simulcast. I hope more people than yesterday follow us, and we hope we are going to have a lot of fun. Today with me here we have Aquarius. Aquarius, say hi.
Hi.
We also have some cameramen inside every group. Daniel, Miko, Finn, Luan, and Tuan. You can say hi if you want. They are.
Hi.
Oh yeah, there goes Luan. Thank you, and Finn too. Welcome, guys, and thank you for helping us today. We are going to have such an interesting performance with different groups with different players than yesterday. So, Carlos, we can start talking about the group that already started, Group B. What do you think
wait
about
a moment,
this?
There
Yes.
Some
Sure.
problems in the group. Well, I'm going to put the camera there. Okay, so it's the early part of the race. That group. Some people are trying to join the breakaway, but Dennis is pulling everything back so far.
Correct. And we have a very interesting group here with 2 world champions, Alepere and Dennis, also 3 because Dembero is also world champion. So do you think they are the favorites for the race today?
Well, you can say so. I mean, Alepere has been great so far in the Champions League. Winning both his groups in Classics and in Line. But Dennis failed to qualify in Classics and Friday and couldn't play yesterday, so it's a bit of a mystery if Dennis can be at his top level in this tournament. But we at least I think that Dennis is a favorite to pass in this group. I will be shocked otherwise.
Okay. Do you think Italy is really not doing well in this Champions League? Because Davi got some strange eliminations so far, and Dennis also didn't pass the Classics. So, what do you think is happening to the top Italian players?
Well, Classics sometimes are a bit of chaos. It's mostly about the sprint timing, and you can make the tiniest of mistakes and you are out. So in Tour, well, they are known experts in their climbing abilities. So I think they will be fine in Tour. They shouldn't have much problems, but who knows.
Okay, I'm just solving a problem because Pixar is not there, so I'm asking Grutzmilta to enter to his place in case Grutzmilta is there. Otherwise, I will give the order to play. And the group D is not started yet. Neither does Group C, where Swaxon did a small mistake and left forms on, so they recreated the room. So we can approach a bit the situation in Group B. We have in the front Mairão, the Portuguese vice champion and a fan favorite with his YouTube channel. You can watch Group B there too. We have also Ruben there, the Dutch champion in road, and we have also Alepere and Dennis there. Yes. So it's a very interesting breakaway. The big dog also, sorry. The big dog who was going to commentate with us, but was called in the game. So it's an interesting group. What do you think about Ruben, Mairão, and the big dog?
Well, I don't know Mairão. I mean, I heard that I know he's a YouTuber, but I have never seen him play. So it's some mystery for me to know his real level. Well, we'll find out very soon. Big Dog has improved a lot lately, especially in mountains. So I wouldn't be surprised if he can advance to the semifinals like he did in Line. Also coming as a last-minute replacement. So, and Ruben, well, he won the Dutch nationals. Uh, Again, I don't know the level of that tournament. I barely play with them, so it's difficult to say if winning the Dutch nationals implies he's a great player or the field is just a bit weak. But
So
I mean, for sure he'll be. I mean, I don't think he has any chance to beat Albert or Dennis,
mhm.
but depends on how the race goes. I mean, maybe we could see some mano a mano between Albert and Dennis that
Mhm.
lets another one to win the GC because they are focused between each other and in the last mountain states.
Let us see real quick who is going to pass first in Capelmoor. Myron takes the
There,
points.
but
Yes.
more important is gonna be who is not in the front in this moment. Uh,
Yes, if
these
you
couple
want
of
to
sessions
show us.
might make the big climbers lose a lot of time.
Mhm.
It's Alepere has a lot of riders up front, so I assume he may have his climber up here.
Not Nibali, apparently. Dennis is behind, a little behind.
Mm-hmm.
Dembele is in a group with Dennis. Ruben is in
Dumoulin
the same group. The big dog too. Myron is far back.
even further, and
Alepere in the same group as the others.
yeah, apparently everyone on the A1, well now bunch,
Yeah,
every
the big.
every climber in the same group, but some of them look to be struggling. We'll see if one or two get dropped, and that could lead to a very interesting race scenario. Otherwise,
Yes,
this will be a normal sprint finish.
yes. I'm
Okay.
seeing Myron a bit back, a bit on the back foot. So at least him is there. Nacho is also not in the front, if I'm not wrong. He is there. Yes, but I probably think the groups will merge. We have one man in the breakaway. I don't know who is on the breakaway. Is Ruben with Sam Oman. He has 1 minute advantage. He's going to try the long way, and Ivar is now pushing on the peloton. What about Ivar? We didn't talk about him yet. Carlos?
One moment, keep talking you. I'm trying to fix a problem.
Okay, no problem. So Ivar is certainly a name that is familiar to us. He's the president of PCM Norge and a very good player from Norway, as he proved all season long. He is the champion of Norway. And I didn't talk yet about Nacho, but Nacho is the best player from South America, is the South American champion, and he certainly has a level, a step forward relate in comparison with the other top players in the Netherlands. In the Netherlands, no, sorry, in the South America. So I'm going to ask Aquarius when he can to share our link because we have only 6 viewers so far, and I think it will be interesting if we share it a bit. Let me take a real quick to the
Sure,
UCI.
I think you can take care of that.
Yeah, I will. Don't worry.
Okay,
Okay,
currently
I did.
working the bench.
Yeah, I'm guaranteeing more people to see it now within everyone in the correct moment. So yeah, we are going to see it go forward. You are still looking at the same group, right?
Yes, other groups are yet to start. There are some problems with.
Yes. It's not a big problem. We are going to solve it fast enough. As Tuan's group is already starting, thank you, Tuan, for the streaming. We will keep in touch with you as we continue to see this group because it's the only one where
Well,
important things are
because
happening.
yeah,
Are all
I
the
only have two available.
So let me communicate with my motorcycle for the first time. Finn, how are you seeing this race? And that
I don't know, to be fair. I'm not very.
I'm hearing you really low. Don't know if you can.
Maybe better now.
Yes, sure. Tell
Uh,
us.
I don't know what to think about. I not have that much experience to say it good, who is the favorite or something. But I think Alipera has a good chance and Dennis, as they are world champions in the past.
Yes, and you are there are any riders behind, important riders. I mean, for mountain and so.
The 80 mountain guys because of their low cover, but
Yes,
no others, I think.
only the 80 mountains. You don't
Yes.
see any leader behind.
No.
Okay, perfect. Thank you for the information. We will reconnect with you later on the race and stay there looking at our race and helping us with commentary when needed.
Yes.
So yeah, we can continue to see many people doing interesting things here. My row is focused by our reporter Finn, as we can see the Portuguese. He's a beloved person, at least. I don't know about his qualities as a player, but I'm sure his qualities as a commentator and as a person are certainly top. He's a good friend, and I hope he can do the best thing he possibly can, and even I wouldn't rule out the possibility of him passing groups. So yeah, I'm just going to give the start sign to Luon and the group. I hope you can start soon, and I hope also to hear a word from Tuan when he can. And I don't know if he can, but if he can, I can't. He say, okay, I can't speak. Okay, no worries. I will still take your image anytime we need it. Continuing with this group, as we approach 100-kilometer mark to go to the finish line. Aquarius, how are the problems going?
Well, apparently in Joe's computer, the XML doesn't work for whatever
Yeah.
reason. I mean, it shows a completely different one, but Ghosty is now hosting his group, so apparently things are all right.
Okay, we now.
And also seems like Miko has crashed while loading, so that's why we don't have the streaming of Group C right now.
Okay, we are going to reconnect with Group C as soon as we can. Miko, no worries. You are going to go in, and we are
Okay,
going.
now I have images from Antoine. They are in the start of the race, so the breakaway is forming. Dabi is now attacking several riders.
Yes, a lot of people trying to put their riders on the front, as this part of cobblestone really created some difficulties in the other group. Let's see if in this group they can actually make the difference, because in the other group they just regrouped afterwards. Let's see what's happening in this group. We have some well-known players here in this group too. We have Gabi, for example, and Jose Pereira and Dave.
Well, this group is supposed to be the deadly group because the draw initially we had the current tour world champion with Miximar. We had two former world champions in Davi and Jose Pereira. Well, Davi is current road world champion, but former tour world champion, I assume. And Jose too, and Gabi, who is one of the favorites in any tour he competes, and also Albisi, who is a very good player. So it was 5 players fighting initially for 3 spots. Now it's 4 spots.
Yes,
that makes this group a very hard one to compete in. But
why is
Miximar has dropped, so Miru is coming as replacement.
Yes. So Miro Rivera also getting a spot there. We know Miro Rivera improved a lot in the last year for sure. He was a complete rookie last season, and now we have a top player, not top, but decent player at least, and with very good results sometimes. So let's see what he can do. And we also have 2 more unknown players. Let us say George Sofronio and Benjong. What about them? Do you know them? Do you think they are good players?
Well, from George I have heard that he is doing great compared with what was expected from him. But I doubt they can manage to pull an upset. I mean, it's very difficult in a group of so many players. But as I said in the other group, exactly because there are so many highly renowned players. Whatever. So,
yes, sure.
Well, they might be able to go as underdogs, and pull the card of, well,
We are coming
who is
to
gonna
the
chase me
intermediate sprint.
if I am supposed to be the worst in the group.
Finn, have
Yes.
you news?
Yeah, intermediate sprint now.
Okay.
Group A is about to start to reach the couple move. I mean,
So
there's
we
quite a
stay
big
there.
breakaway.
I will see that. I will say that the sprint was won by Alepere, and we get back
No.
to the.
Room 1, second was Alapera.
Yes, sorry. Yes. Thank you, Finn. And we have George taking the first position at
Well,
Kappelmoor.
I'm told Kruzvik is in the first group. Yep. There you see Ben Jong has put his climber in the breakaway.
Yes,
So
he did. That's a
it
very
could be a very
interesting
smart move, though I don't think anyone else will work for him. So, but at least he's getting away from the possibility of getting dropped.
Agrotis is just
Possibility.
on the board. The 83 mountain of George is spending a lot, and now we start Bosberg. Can he get back to the group?
Well,
I don't.
yeah,
I don't.
he's having really big problems, George. I think he's not focusing on his group, on this group right now, and he's gonna lose a lot of time.
Yes, he's going to lose a
Well,
lot.
basically, he's probably lost already the GC options. I mean, unless there's a
Yes,
big
it
stop.
that
Having to
doesn't.
chase Kruzvik, there's not gonna be a stop in the group. So
Yeah, so Benjong and George making the difference so far, with Benjong move being very surprising and actually managing to put his 83 on the breakaway at the same time that George lost a lot of time with his leader. His GC leader is almost 2 minutes behind the main group, and there goes the 80 mountain guys all on the back. Thank you. Let us see if we can manage to put him back. But Agrotis is completely dead right now. He's trying his hard, but in the group they are pushing. Alepere mainly is pushing. Not Alepere, sorry, Miru, sorry. Miru is pushing.
we are back now in Group B as they have passed already the intermediate sprint. They are approaching the last com of the day.
Yes, could
There
be
appears
what.
to be one rider up front, but no danger. All bunch seems to be together. No climber is gonna lose time today.
Yeah, and Ruben is still with his attack. It was a move that he managed to do a lot
Well,
of kilometers.
with the puncher trying to go for com points, but I mean it's just a couple of points compared to all the big climbs that are yet to happen in the race that give 20 or 15 points.
Yes, that's certainly not a lot of points, but we know that this sometimes it's decided by
Well,
1 or 2 points. He has nothing to lose there, and it
and
takes.
but by the way, because of the team time trial that is coming next and the composition of the teams, it gave managers some interesting decisions. So
Yes.
apparently, as Alpere says in the chat, only 3 players have taken one of the sprinters.
Mm-hmm.
That it's Big Dog, Nacho, and Mayra. The others have chose to pick better climbing domestics. So in this stage, these guys could be better for
The
the sprint.
favorites to win.
But then in the mountain stages, they could have a bit of an advantage because having better domestics.
Climbers. Yes, thank you for that profile choice. I think it will make the race way more interesting when people have different riders and they have selected different riders. So let's see what they can do in the final of this stage. Let me. Okay, yes, okay, no problem, Luan. When you solve them, stop my stream in Twitch. Okay, you can continue with us, please. We hope to see your group too. So, but if you have a big problem, don't worry, we will manage our way. So yeah, we continue because Luan is having some troubles with the weather.
I'm going to be back to Group A, that they were. Yeah, well, apparently. So George is back in the main group, but Ben Jong is still ahead of everyone with his climber and basically full team. So
Yeah,
it's going to be a quick stage for this group. They have to chase down Benjong.
Yes,
We'll
but
see
I think
who.
every team noticed the situation,
Yeah,
and now
I
they
mean,
are going.
doesn't look like they are working. I mean,
Hmm,
they are not working really hard to chase them.
they are not, but I think it's still 110 kilometers to go, and Benjong has little chance of getting through with that breakaway. But he's trying his hard and making the race more entertaining, and I think that is available. And we have here Jose Pereira with the full team, as expected. Matteo Alvisi, Davi, Miro, everyone is here with a very, very good amount of riders. So let us see what happened there. Uh, yes,
Well,
182 sprinter. Thank you for
One is
that
saying someone
information.
who has the need to do a sprinter, which is interesting, but I don't know who.
Who is the guy
Would
that
be
has the
interesting that
82?
someone
Show
tell
us.
us who is the sprinter.
Yeah, tell us. Or yes,
Ah,
it's George.
George
It's George.
taking the sprinter. Yeah, actually I saw it earlier, but
It's certainly not a
didn't remember
mistake.
that he was the sprinter. Well, it's interesting because if he can do it right, mm, he has kind of a free stage win. With 30 points are not something to disconsider. Well,
Yes, it's certainly
might be
not.
depending on how he does on overall DC, might be more points than what you take for your DC placing.
So, if you are watching, tell us in the comments your opinion about the situations. We are certainly not in the most exciting part, but still, some differences can be made and will be made. And don't forget about punctures. Chris Froome punctured in for the big dog. He managed to put him back, but anything can happen. Even a puncture can damage your race forever, and
Why are
will
we
make
seeing? What the fuck is it called?
the big dog.
No, Miko. I mean, why are we watching Miko's riders instead of the right? I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know either. I think Miko is doing an individual time trial. I will tell him to show us the race.
Well, we are back in Group A. Only 40 kilometers, 30 kilometers left. The sprint coming
Yes.
up. Big pack to the
Yeah.
sprint. We'll see. As as we said, only three players have their one of the sprinters, so
Yes.
the puncher will be a key rider to take a look for
Yes. Yes.
for
And the group
for the.
you are watching what group? Miko's, right?
No, I'm now watching Finn's group, Group B.
Okay. Yes. So we are approaching the finish line. 25 kilometers as Oman joins the group. Now Mairao goes to the attack. He tries the
Well,
long.
no, I don't think this attack will work, but might just incentivize the speed of the group.
Yes, 77 sprinter is for the big dog, for Nacho, and for Mairao. Let's see what they can do. Let's see if they can take the win. 21 kilometers still. Mairao is walking his
Well,
very
we are back
hard.
in Group A, and Ben Young, well, they are about to reach the intermediate sprint. We'll see how this goes there. Then we go to Group B to see the sprint finish.
Yes, yes, yes.
There's time enough to show the groups. Still, Benjon has like a 2-minute lead. It's interesting that they are not closing on him. Mm.
Yes, they are.
They are very
Certainly.
confident that they will catch him later, but it's certainly weird. I mean, as I told,
Yes, they
a
probably
situation
think.
like this could happen in a group with so many big names that one of the underdogs attacks, and who is gonna chase him?
Yeah, and Benjong is certainly doing the underdog plan here and is taking some very interesting advantage of 1 minute and 40. Let us see what happened in the intermediate sprint. As
He's
Benjong
also
goes
sprinting
with
in the
the
intermediate sprint, and then
Jose
Jose Pereira.
Pereira goes. No, it's Jose.
No,
I
Miro.
think it was Miro. I think it was Miro.
Quite sure it was Miro. Finn, if you can take a look in the events, no, they're not in the fourth etap. That's where the true winner shows.
Go space bar and then fourth tab. Finn.
Yes. Which tab?
Oh, it's not yours, right? It's
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 one.
one
I
space.
go to group B. Well, the Murray is putting a big train. Interesting. Well, I
Yes.
have my doubts that that will work, but
Yeah. Okay, we can
depends.
go to Finn's group. Luan crashed. It's not a problem. We are going to get later there. 7 kilometers to go in the group of Finn. We have a very interesting sprint going on. Nacho takes the lead. Alepere also big train. Mayra is there. Let us see what is going to happen. 5 kilometers. Ruben.
Remember that it was a big dog, Mayra and Nacho having the sprinter. So
Yes.
in theory they are the favorites, but if I have to put my money on, I think Alepere might take the win with his sprint.
Let us. Dembere goes to the attack with
the Murray is doing.
Let us see.
Yeah,
Dembere and Dennis.
Dennis Alepere. Well, the sprinter is coming for
The big dog takes the win. As
Big
it
dog?
does 1-2 for the big dog, actually. Amazing result. Ruben takes P3 and P5.
That's very interesting because that's a lot of points. 48 points even. So
Yes, that's a lot.
well, Omen, I don't know if he's the big climber. Well, I assume. Well, it's difficult to say. I know Bilbao is the climber of Alepere, but I don't know if Omen is the climber of.
No, it's the hills guy.
Ruben.
It's the hills guy.
Ah, okay. Well, so no GC rider takes bonus seconds. Alepere was close to, but he gets only 4th place with Bilbao. But it will be very important for the points classification as with the later stages, Bilbao can be a big favorite for it. So was the
yes. Remember to take
the
the
secondary classifications, please.
The secondary classifications. Can you show us, Finn?
Oh, I forgot. Sorry. I will do.
You can still go there.
You can go.
Wait.
In the left. Yep. Well,
If Ruben.
well, Omen having a decent lead with 32 points.
Here
Also taking the lead in the.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the hills guy.
Mountain standings, but the mountain standings are quite irrelevant.
So far, yes. Thank you a lot, Finn.
Not that irrelevant, but it's irrelevant that those points count at this point.
So Finn, what do you thought about the sprint? Was it interesting?
Yeah, I first thought Denver had it. He had the lead of 5 meters or something, but he goes too soon, and then the others comes and Big Dog have a great sprint with a double win.
Yeah, certainly the big dog took some surprising 1-2. That was not expected at all. The big dog showing off some.
Of course,
very good
Raul group. Well, we are in Group C right now. As they approach the intermediate sprint, and well, Raul has just attacked with his full team.
What a surprise move by Raul! No, actually not. Raul attacked with.
I don't know if he's going for the intermediate sprint or he's using just as a device to attack with his full team and get away with it, but it's a kind of absurd because in the intermediate sprint, everyone will chase.
Yes, and it will happen as we see
Hubi. I think it was Hubi chasing with the whole team.
Yes, Hubi with the German team, and Raul will take 1 to 3. Raul will take easily 1 to 3 in the intermediate.
Very smart to take the 3 bonus seconds with Bilbao.
Yes, that's 3 seconds for him, and could be useful 3 seconds.
Might not be a big thing because the mountain stages are expected to produce gaps, and also the team time trial, but it's better to have than that. No.
Yes, I'm sorry for you not seeing Luan's stream, but he is having some problems. So we are going to try to solve it later.
We are back in Tuan's group. They approach, well, not yet, but it's still a long way to the sprint. Apparently, Davi has a poncho.
Oh,
As
that's
Tuan is telling us. Let's see if
didn't see on my screen. Okay, Davi still is on the back with 45-second disadvantage to Benyong, who is currently still still with a small lead.
But the Benjong bet, while it was a good move, well, it certainly hasn't produced.
Matteo Alvisi on the attack. Matteo Alvisi goes on the front. He tries to break Benyong, as Benyong apparently doesn't want to follow this attack anymore. More or less, it tries at least. Jose Pereira trying to join the front group with Gabi also there.
The original breakaway has been sent into pieces, and with that Alvisi attack, well, Alvisi is being very combative right now.
Yes,
I don't really know what he's trying to do.
He's trying to break the break, and he's going there with Gabi now joining. Also Jose Pereira, and now it's George who leads the group trying to cover the distance. Jose Pereira sprinter is on the...
Some of these players are like thinking that Benjong is not a threat, and just having their sprinter up there
would be...
As we see Miru and Jose basically only having their sprinter in the front group, and right now not chasing behind.
Yes, because they think it will be enough for them to have this 50-second disadvantage on Benjong, but I don't think it will. Well, I think Benjong can maintain the difference.
Jose is starting to rest his riders always interesting. He's only left with the puncher and big climber in his group. No 80 climber for Jose. He's giving up the points for 9th place, but it's 10 points after all, so not a big deal. But,
yes.
He thinks he's better saving a bit of bars with his main climber, secondary climber, than trying to fight his way to 9th place in GC.
I don't think Benjong has a lot of bars right now. He's trying, but two of his domestics are dead.
Unless he tries to go with the climber, his adventure is off.
Yeah, the adventure is probably over. Another attack on the front. We are seeing Miro going on the front with Jose. Also, now Benjong starts to drop some riders.
I'm switching to the team time trial of Group B.
Yes.
And Norway, I don't recall who was playing for Norway here, but he is taking the lead and a big one.
Alapera loses by 8 seconds. Surprising there.
No, I don't think.
Nacho wins.
Well, watch out for Ruben. Ruben was the champion. Well, it was Ivar, the one who was playing. Well,
14 seconds.
Let's see, Big Dog.
He is not going with the typical.
Well, he's losing 28 seconds and all the win he made in the first stage.
So Nacho takes the win.
Yep. It's interesting because one will assume that Talepere is the main guy in the group. So Nacho having to defend the lead into the mountain stages, well, could lead to some interesting situations.
Change really quick to Twans as we approach 5 kilometers to go. We have the groups merged, and now it's David trying on the front. David is trying to do the sprint launching, but it's now Miro taking it. Miro, Jose Pereira, George, they are all very well positioned. Gabi also on the front.
Remember George with the 82 sprinter?
Yes.
Well, I think he's going a bit early. Well, we'll see.
I think he's launching well. I think he could have the win.
Well,
no!
He
forgot to launch. He forgot to launch. And there is going to be a win for Miro.
Miro Rivera.
Miro Rivera.
Visconti. And Bilbao is going to take... Yeah, Bilbao is going to take 2 bonus seconds very important. Apart from the 1-3 finish, that's
Yes.
also those points are very important. But Kruiswijk is losing time. This is big news, eh? Kruiswijk is gonna lose 1 minute in the finish. Well, basically that eliminates Ben Jones from
the general classification fight.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. But an interesting
he had to be on
result.
the attack to try to recover time.
An interesting result by Miro Rivera with 1-3, and also Matteo does 2-6. It's not a bad result whatsoever. So this is going to be Miro taking the lead in the general classifications, and Peyo Bilbao getting some very interesting points there. As we are Luon stream as low quality, unfortunately, but we are going to try to use it anyways, as the group of Finn starts Stelvio right now. We start the mountain really early here. Passo del Stelvio will be an interesting climb to see.
Well, for now, it's kind of of course, Pixar couldn't make it, and we couldn't find a replacement for him, so the group went with 7 players only.
Yes.
Well, I mean, it was like in PCM a lot of people not couldn't play today, so it was. The substitute list was over, and we couldn't find no one. Here.
Correct. I'm just going to take a really short look at the group of Miko, where the peloton is just all together, and Raul is now passing with his 5-man train to the front, maybe trying to
both Luon and Miko's group are going to finish more or less at the same time. Yeah, the stream is very bad quality, but well, we'll do what we can with this.
I'm trying to see if Luon can improve a bit his quality of stream. If he cannot,
yeah, well, really. We'll switch to Miko's. So otherwise, we can't really tell what's going on Luon's group.
Luon tells me that
still 20 kilometers to go in Miko's group, so I'm going to switch to the Stelvio climb in Group B.
Yes.
He's putting a few riders in the breakout. He's saying Ruben, who is attacking with his puncher. Omen, who is currently leading both points and comp classifications. Olivera is trying to put the riders in the breakout too, but there's a lot of players doing kind of the same strategy. Let's see if some of them are trying to put the second climber in the breakaway. That would be a game changer, probably.
Okay.
But, with the nature of this climb, it's about time that big GC leaders attack. Well, let's even a split in the bands for a few seconds, but Ivar is making it back. Oh.
Yeah, someone is falling behind. It's Mairao.
Mairao is not following the group. Well,
he's going on his own pace.
But this is a dangerous thing. You never know if you are sometime behind the group.
Made to the rescue.
Okay, thank you, Joe. We can watch in Joe's stream, but we are watching the 5 kilometers to go with Jais on the front. This is Miko stream. Jais on the front. Frabo, we are going to have a massive sprint here also with Frabo trying to pass for the right side. Now we see Ghosty taking the small lead there. Swagson now. This is going to be very narrow till the end. Raul's train is a bit far behind. Let us see. It's going to be a win for
Raul in the no. Hubi
no,
in the left side.
For Hubi. Hubi. With
it's
Raul
all about the sprinters in that group, but Tasman is the puncher.
Yes.
Win for Hubi. Raul taking second place, third place for Frabo.
Yes. And
for Jais, fifth for who is Swaxon.
Yeah. jump really quick to Joe's stream,
Well,
right?
that was a big mess by Leo. He could only finish. So, okay, we are back to Group B.
Go to
Joe is streaming. Okay.
Yeah, we can watch Joe's stream because Joe's stream is going really, really well for us. So thank you, Joe.
This is my brother. Well, I
Look at
I
this,
thought they
guys.
were much closer to the finish line.
No.
Campeón is withdrawing, or what? No.
2 riders.
Why 2 riders?
No clue. No clue. So he's going to be fucked for the team time trial.
He's going with 4 riders.
Well, this is a very weird situation.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know how.
I think he
With
was
4
pulling
riders,
them back. I think he was
time will
pulling them
count,
back to help
but,
Pozzovivo.
well.
He had
Well, he's surely giving up on any GC hopes that he had.
He was trying to pull them back to keep Pozzovivo within the time limit, I think.
Yeah, and they failed to do it. So we approach 6 kilometers to go. Joe Whiteley's train in the left. We have also Ivar, I think, and in the right side we have El Colombiano too. So let us see what happened there. El Colombiano takes the lead now. Ghosty also on the right side. El Colombiano is going from really far with a 3-man train to the sprint.
Well, I'm trusting Joe in this one.
No.
But maybe well, that was a bit early. Well, let's see with Cummings.
I got blocked.
Kind of blocked.
Ripped. I got blocked.
Wait. Cummings wins.
Second. What?
It's
fourth. That's
Whoa,
Visconti in the left side. Well, we didn't.
Who is Visconti? Who is the Italian?
Campione.
Campione takes the win, even if he.
No.
This is
beating the sprinter Barbia, the 77 sprinter.
Yeah, 77 sprinter Barbia takes second. That's
Barbia,
for
who is played by Toino.
20, yes.
Toino takes second.
For
Hillings in third with his puncher. Me in fourth with my puncher. Ghosty in fifth with his climber.
Yes, that's quite an interesting option to sprint by Ghosty with his climber, but he took B5.
Well,
we cannot.
I mean, he's used to in BCM tournament.
Yes.
So better than anyone he can do. He can put a big result with his climber in a mass.
Take a look at the TTT, where where Spain just took the win. Yes, it's a 1 second win.
Taking the win from Italy one.
Miro takes the win.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yes, sorry.
Taking the win from Matteo and Davi by a few seconds.
Yes.
So Miru also had Bilbao with a couple of seconds of bonus.
Yes, certainly does. Davi is angry. I think Davi didn't like to be stolen the win by 1 second. He certainly didn't.
No, Davi was third. Second was.
Oh yeah, Matteo was second. You're right. So a bad TTT
so
by George.
To Finn's group. Let's see what is going on after this climb.
Yeah, are we still going down in Stelvio?
I assume Bilbao is coming next, as I saw 2 Alepera riders.
Show us the race, Finn. Let us see.
Okay, no, it's a Rueda Nieve. That's the secondary climbers. That's not.
Yes, secondary climbers there. Also, Ruben trying to take
with a big time attack. Well, this could have huge implications in the race.
Tell us something. Who won the Stelvio pass, Finn?
I didn't see it. Also, I didn't.
It was the Dutch guy.
Yeah,
so
Ruben
took both points. Yeah,
but
okay.
You can see in the fourth tab there, where this says classes. No, classmen. No. Press space.
Click spacebar.
Yes.
And then classmen.
No, the next one. Next or Peter Wien won the climb for Netherlands. Winning is the 80 climber.
Yes,
for the puncher.
Peter winning for Ruben. Yes.
He's on
Well,
attack
so
with his...
Ruben is taking a lot of points in the comms, but it's surely an interesting approach. It's not as important as it was in the past World Cup, where points given to the sprint and comp classifications were too high compared to the GC, so a lot of people were even winning groups, not caring about GC, which obviously it's kind of weird.
Hello,
Ruben. Welcome.
Live action from the attacking man.
Yeah, we were just talking about you. Welcome to the stream chat. We usually don't let players talk here during the races, but in this case he is an organizer, so we cannot block him to do it. Welcome, Ruben.
Hey, I just asked you.
Yeah, I know. I let you, but I need to give this impression to people outside that I don't give special rights to you. So we were just commenting your attack. Was a very, very interesting move there.
I find it interesting myself too.
You took the mountain points.
Win or nothing situation for you, basically, because with this attack, well, people are letting you big time.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I mean, after all, Alepere has two riders in here. He has his puncher and his second driver. So while he doesn't like the idea of you getting away, he still has riders in here that he can.
Yeah, he doesn't need to chase. Like he will always get better if.
I mean, he will chase anyway if he has riders too. But he's not the most. Well, we see someone attacking in the back.
Dennis is attacking, yeah.
Yes.
It's Dennis attacking in the flat. Well, it's exactly the situation that Dennis should try to win on Alepere, because Alepere is kind of isolated in that group. So if he's attacked, he doesn't have the time to react to pull his riders in front back. Well, Mairao has closed the gap to Dennis. Dennis is kind of furious about that.
Come on, unreal.
He obviously feels that it shouldn't be Mairao closing his attack.
You shouldn't criticize Mairao. Mairao is beloved. Mairao fans will come here to attack him. So,
anyway, Ruben's lead is only increasing. Already up to almost 3.5 minutes.
Ruben's move was...
I wouldn't say the race is over, because it's a long way. With Mortirolo, Gavia, and Bormio. So...
Certainly, it's not over, but
Ruben is kind of making sure he wins the points classification with his puncher, and he will take the coin points too in Mortiolo and possibly in Gavia.
Yes.
So even if his move doesn't end with a GC win, he's still getting a lot of valuable points that could help him go through in this round.
Certainly they could. We also say that
we are going to switch
and Joe's group are in the
group where they are starting Stelvio.
Oh yeah, connect with Stelvio, yes. What do we have in that group, Carlos?
Well, apparently an 8-rider breakaway in the mid Stelvio, but...
let one show us.
Well, it's Benjong again, attacking with his full team.
Yes,
he's already lost 115.
And George is there too with 3 riders. So we have an attack of the underdogs.
But not the 83 climber, so...
Yeah, George tried to put their man there.
Again, they are letting Benjong some leeway. Obviously, because he's already lost time in GC. So they have the possibility of letting him...
Yep, you're right.
I'm in doubt. No, I'm gonna do this.
Let us really...
Anyway, Miro is not taking things easy. I mean, he's pushing, but obviously not... Asturi was protecting his leader.
Yes, jump a bit to Daniel Miko group as people are finishing their
Well, Miko's is still showing as he's... for whatever reason.
Miko is showing himself because he's going to try to win the TT. What is actually a very stupid move by him. He doesn't know he's a streamer. He shouldn't do that. But yeah, fine. We didn't got. So first,
he only finished 2 seconds behind someone.
Hubi is the first one to lead, if I'm not wrong.
Well, he's going to mess up points of this group. At least the TDT doesn't give any points.
Yes. So it's a lead for France too. So
that's Gabi, I assume.
Gabi, I assume too. No, Leo.
No, it's Leo Falandri. It's Leo Falandri.
Yeah, it's Leo. It's Leo.
In this group. Sorry.
No, it's now Jakub. What a win!
Well, I think Leo didn't send the sprinter, so he had a bit worse TDT team compared to others, but he will have the advantage in the mountain domestics later.
Yeah, but so certainly 12 seconds.
That's a move that a lot of players have done, and it was the big choice, no? To have a bit of a stronger TDT team or have better, Raul all over the place. 1 minute.
Raul failed miserably.
He will need to be anti-attack. But that's a big mess by Raul.
Oh, what a mistake. 57 seconds. That's quite annoying.
That's out of time, but
Raul
was going to attack no matter his TDT loss. So.
Yes, let me just tell you that Toinu just won the race on Joe's whitelist stream, the TTT. Win by Toinu. Joe, tell us the results because we cannot see it properly because you have the Road 2 thing in the front.
Oh, sorry. So we got Toinu in first, Ghosty 2 seconds behind in second, TCM pretty much level time with me in third, and then we have Jice El Colombiano in fifth, 20 seconds behind, Mendez 28 seconds in sixth, and Hillings in seventh, 33 seconds down.
Not a very good time by Mendez then.
Wow.
I think Campione has left, yes.
26 minutes. Well, that's a lot.
Yeah. Well, we should take a look maybe at Finn's race right now as Ruben stretches his lead. Mikel Nieve continues in the wheel.
Yeah, Alepere, I don't know if he's stopped his puncher or...
He's dead, I think.
Well, maybe he's attacking behind. The group,
Bilbao attacking behind.
And his puncher is waiting. Yeah, that's a good move by Alepere.
That's a very classical move. Yeah, very classical move by Alepere there.
Also, Alepere complaining that Big Dog is chasing him. But classic Alepere.
Yes, classic.
I should have complained about that too.
Yes, you should, but you are going to pass with your 2 guys in the top with 1 kilometer only to the top of Mortirolo, and Ruben will take some more mountain points, I think. So it's quite a good result for you.
Yeah, I'm surprised that neither Ibar or Alepere are sprinting for the points. Well, I mean, there are bigger ambitions for them, but...
yeah, but certainly Ruben...
It's a very interesting situation. Alepere with 2 riders here. Big Dog is about to join him, but he's going to be all in the descent, and Alepere is going to have 3 riders up front whenever he wants. If he wants to stop Nieve, probably he'll do in Gavia.
Yes, he will. But the advantage...
he has a number advantage, for sure, and that's something that surely will give him much bigger chances to win the race. If they can make the time back to Ruben, which I highly doubt at this point.
Exactly, that's my point too. I highly doubt. I think Ruben has this on the pocket. Let's see if he can manage to. There are still many kilometers to go. He needs to manage the descents well and the uphills even better.
This flat that comes now is kind of criminal for a breakaway, but at least he has 1 domestic. Behind, well, it's gonna be a big chase. So Alepere is already stopping Nieve.
Yes, and the guys on the back are trying to get through. The Big Dog with 1 rider.
Alepere is doing a masterclass in this moment.
Yes,
he's got away and he's not going to get cocked.
There goes Alepere trying to join the front group.
Because behind no one has 3 riders, so they can use 1 rider to spare, and kill it before Gavia, and that will be very super for the others. So Alvarez, I don't know if he will get to join Ruben up front, but for sure the Breton is not gonna cut Alvarez.
This is pure cycling. This is the best players in the world we are seeing right now. What a masterclass by Ruben. What a masterclass by Lepere.
Also, Miru seems to be up front with his world team.
Is Miro playing?
Yes, Miro is playing.
Miro's playing because Mixemar decided to not play, and he plays well.
This doesn't count for my bet, right?
No. Miro counts for the bets too. Yes, if you all lose the special bet money.
It's a similar attack to Ruben's, but apparently here there are people chasing him. So
yeah,
apparently not end as well as 20. I know 20 is a streamer.
There is smarter people here.
I was seeing an ATT climber too far back. Who is with Miro up front one? So yeah, Ben Young with 3 riders and George with 2.
Yes.
Well, at least Miro has someone to work with, but I think Gabi's effort will close this gap. Also Jose. I mean, they are not noobs. They know they can afford to let Miro reach with some gap to Mortiolo. Otherwise, they might not catch him, or if they catch him, he'll have some energy advantage.
Yes, we know neither Jose
on Alepere's attack.
We know neither Jose, neither Davi, neither Gabi are cowards, and they really work when they need to work. So we have a chance there to see if Miro can make this break go or not.
Well, there are people trying to catch Alepere, but I think they will have way less bars. I mean, Alepere just killed his third rider, and others are killing. Well, Denver has killed his main helper. Well,
yes,
but Ivar,
I don't know why Ivar hasn't stopped Legneson yet.
Yes, he's still
but
there.
But it's an interesting option that he's trying to have him as domestic for Gavia instead of the flat. I think it's better to have done it like Alepere has done, but we'll see which has been the best strategy for the both of them that had riders up front in Ruben's move, and they get to use them now.
The advantage is still 2 minutes. Still 2 minutes, the advantage. That's very interesting for Ruben as he goes. There goes Ruben. Ruben goes in the attack. Ivar tries to follow the attack. I don't know if that is not a big mistake. I think it is. But Ruben tries to go alone and tries to win the stage with an attack.
Why is Legneson going for Dumoulin?
Yes, I don't know either. I think he's...
I assume that he's thinking that he can get into the overall classification with Legneson, but...
I think he will be cut.
He's stopping.
Yeah, he's stopping. He heard us. He's stopping. He's on the way down, he says.
Also behind Alepere, he has his guy in... Yep, he's going all in now, Nieve.
Yeah, he has still a small advantage over Nacho.
Now they are... Well, they'll eventually catch Legneson, and then it will be Ivar's trying to work in this group. And behind, I don't think there are many helpers left.
Yeah, Nacho still has.
But not Dennis, for example. And that could be a very key thing that explains since Big Dog still has... Dembele has surely killed himself in that group.
Yes, Dembele says goodbye to his chances as Myrao still stays with the group and Dembele drops. That is
no helpers left except for the 2 guys that are up front. I mean, yes, kind of race over if they want. I think Ivar has to use his climber. I don't think that Legneson can pass the Gavia in this group unless they really want. I mean,
Yes,
if he could,
unless
that would be so big advantage. But I don't think it will be worth the time loss.
Ruben advantage is certainly interesting. Let us see what happened there.
Let's go to Miru's group. That apparently Miru is back in the bench. I don't know who is up front.
I think Ruben's advantage is really great. Let's see if they can pass the riders in the top or not. I think they will not, and I think if Ruben managed well, he will pass the top of Gabi with
Ivar
a
and
small.
Pere can reach the top together. No, they are going to save their second climber. I mean, Ivar at least is doing that. No, Alpere says no. In that.
Alapere decides to drop his second rider. He was clearly dead.
Yeah, he's saying Legnesund has more yellow than Foss, but I can only assume that Foss doesn't have good bars. Alpere has, so Alpere is going after Ruben.
And Ivar is trying to save his.
I mean, Ivar will have a big advantage over the rest of the players.
Yes,
for riders,
but
definitely.
probably not with. But probably the advantage is not enough to later catch Alpere. The problem is the group has caught him, so wherever he uses his climber for, it's going to be helping everyone else in that group.
Let's see if Ruben can pass first and still a bit of a gap with Alapere. Probably can. Let us see. He's going to pass first on Passo Gavi, and that certainly helps this.
Ruben is waiting for Alpere, quite sure. I mean, he should. In my opinion, it's better if the two of them go together. Well, Ivar is trying to attack, or I don't know what
He was trying to take the mountain points.
Sure. You're right. But well, if Ruben and Alpere can collaborate, well, this will result in big gaps, and they don't need to push hard in the descent to recover full bars. I mean, I've played this stage a lot of times, and in a group of two you can recover bars going with some decent pace.
Yeah, Ivar asked for collaboration, but it's more difficult in a group with so many different players. There is always the one that thinks it's better to save. We will see.
Yeah, I mean, I quite sure everyone here thinks they are playing for third place. So why would they waste any energies to try to chase the two first? So,
yes, Ruben and
probably it's gonna
Alapere.
be all on Ivar to chase this attack.
Alapere and Ruben will take first and second, I think. Let us just see who wins. It's going to be interesting till the end.
Miru is attacking Martiolo for the mountain points apparently.
And
but
Raul
he has his climber right behind, so.
And Raul also with an attack by his two best climbers in the descent of Mortiro. On the descent of Stelvio.
Well, this is a very interesting situation. Miru, I mean, everyone here with one domestic, and Miru up front with one. So if he can collaborate with Ben Young, who also may have two riders, well, so that could be. VC3.
VC3.
Has a third rider.
Where? Yes. Not sure where, but he has it.
Well, I assume he means.
It's Visconti. Yes.
Of course, the green jersey. Well, Albisi needs to work, obviously. He's the one who is losing more right now. Well, not losing more, but he's the one that can put one guy and not suffer because of it.
Jose Pereira, Davi, and Gabi trying to close the gap. Also, George is there. Very well done.
Joe's group is quite calm at this point. A lot of players in that group.
Yes, there are.
We'll come back to it later. That's right now.
As we approach the finish line, in group of Alapere and Ruben will be a 1 versus 1 for the win. Let us see what happens. Ruben is feeling the pressure for sure. He knows he did the attack all stage long. Now it's versus one of the best players in the world. But Ale Pere did a masterclass of tactics, and they both will surely go through.
Can
after
only
this.
assume behind Ivar is attacking the group. I mean, that will be exactly that will be the right move, and the rest is left to chase him. So
I
Ivar
think
is
Ivar has the
very
advantage.
likely to take third place in this stage. Well, now he's stopping now. Why? I don't understand the tactics. So
I think he
it
wasn't
looks
looking.
like he got stuck behind the other rider, but
Yeah.
his reactions were incredibly slow.
Yes, it
Well, I don't even think now he's going to take third place. If in the group behind there's some collaboration and not one guy doing it all.
So Ale Pere versus Ruben.
Here I think Ale Pere will take it over Ruben because I think he has more parts on the start of this climb, but for sure they are going to get first and second.
For sure, yes. And we'll see
And Ruben with these states is basically going through unless there's a big collapse in the. I can't remember. I don't
No,
remember
because
how was
Ruben basically won already the mountain classification.
he's won both sprint and com.
Yes.
And
There goes.
well, maybe com not because Bilbao will take out the points.
Yes.
Eventually,
but Ruben maybe will take second and third because he was certainly there. So let us see the final.
He's dropping Dumoulin. He's dropping Dumoulin Bilbao. No, well, he's
now
going for
Dumoulin.
Bilbao sprinting. Dumoulin, Bilbao, Dumoulin. Nah, it's gonna be Bilbao easily. In my opinion, yeah. Dumoulin cracks and Bilbao wins the States. I don't think there's even a gap there. Mayra is going to take third place. Wow.
Mayra
in third, was that I heard?
Mayra in third. There he goes.
Mayra third, Victor fourth, Nacho fifth, Dennis Oli sixth. Wow.
Whoa, that's surprising. Mayra there taking his podium. What a magnificent.
Mayra was the one that lost more time in the 10-time trial, so
yes.
Even a third place in the mountain stage won't take him more than 7th in GC.
Yeah,
but it's still a very interesting scenario. Dennis now can afford to stay on the bench and hope for a sprint because he may get eliminated if he doesn't get more points in the final stage. So, well, Dennis is kind of crying because there was no collaboration in the group to catch Ruben. And I mean, he has a point, but he could have also done that.
Yes, and we see.
But of course, I mean, you think that you are not supposed to do all the work, so that's why he's mad.
Yes, certainly. Finn, connection with you now. What happened there with Dennis?
Dennis worked not that much, and then he cries about that others attack when they told to relay. Well, Ivar said Leknesund is pretty dead and all had to relay, and then no one relayed, and Ivar attacked, and that's about he cries, I think.
Thank you, Finn.
That's a very classic Dennis thing. I mean,
yes, that's a very classic.
A couple of relays, complains about the rest not giving relays, and cries all over the place.
Thank you, Finn.
Well, we are not surprised by those comments. We are seeing Davi's group at this moment. There's a couple of riders up front with a 1 minute lead.
Yep.
Let's see who they are. Gabi.
Gabi
is a very interesting change of scenarios, given that Miru was ahead in Mortiolo with Benjon, but he must have been caught in the flat and Gabi attacked. So now, let's see if Gabi can make this work.
Let's see. They all have two riders.
Everyone has two riders in this group. So
I think Gabi just lost his second rider. Not sure. No,
not yet. Not yet. It's still too early.
Yeah, it looked like it, but no. Gaudu still going strong there. And walk by Jose Pereira.
Yeah, Jose is taking the chase on himself. Probably trying to break the group also, because otherwise he's only losing in comparison to the others. Miru is taking a back seat in this group.
Yes.
Same as Davi. I don't know. And there goes the gap for Jose.
Yes.
Benjon killed his second climber, and well, also George. Well, that's a big block for Albisi.
Yes. Poor Alvisi. Miro also alone.
Yep. Well, so Jose is actually in a very strong situation now.
Yes, but
His second climber drops, and now he's going all in for it. Albisi is still the only one with 2 riders. David's catching Jose.
yes.
We'll see how they can collaborate, because it's the first time since their big clash in PCM du Mardi's Tour de France that they are in the same room together. So let's see
Yes.
how they can work together, having that memory in their mind. But they are catching Gabi, and Albisi is taking the chase. Miri is all the time in the back seat.
Yeah,
I can
Miro's
only assume he's spent too much fighting for comms. Well, and there goes Albisi.
there goes Alvisi on the top.
Miro has to take on the chase, of course. He shouldn't have to let George and Benjon.
I think
are
Jose
quite
will
worse
catch
players than
Gabi right now. I think Jose will catch Gabi.
Yeah. And
There you go.
Davi, I think he had caught up to Jose, but he's struggling to keep up with him. It's interesting. Probably this trio will take on this climb together, and if they can collaborate, the tiniest of collaborations, they'll end up in the top 3 of GC, the 3 of them. Jose actually has taken the points.
Yeah, Jose took the climb.
From Gabi in the last moment. Albisi alone, well, Miru, very bad.
Benjong is really bad.
Well, but I mean, at least Benjon and Miru had the excuse that they attacked from far, but well, Albisi is trying to catch. Albisi, I don't know if this is the right move. Well, obviously, if he stays behind, he has no chance to win the stage and GC, of course. But this way, I don't know if he can recover the bars at the end of the climb.
I don't know, but he needs to enter that group. If he doesn't enter that group,
I mean, that's...
And he's there. Matteo arrives. Yes. And now George is trying to arrive.
Yeah, I mean, probably all of them are going to be back together.
Besides Benjamin.
The thing is, if the bars difference.
Yep.
At the end of the descent, because I don't think Matteo will recover all his bars, and that's gonna be the key. I mean, like
Matteo 99 says Davi.
No, I think he was saying that Matteo was going 99 to enter this group.
Yeah, and George is certainly going 99 too there.
Nah, he was 85.
There goes George.
But probably neither of them are going to recover bars.
No, but
they will be very, very easy to drop in the final climb.
Yes, they are.
But I wouldn't count them, as neither I'm going to count on Miru. But
Miru
in front, Jose, Gabi, and Davi, they shouldn't stop, because otherwise they let Albisi recover more, and he becomes a danger again.
And Jose is taking the lead.
They should relay all. I mean, the 3. Obviously, Albisi and George won't relay because they don't have bars at this moment.
Hard climb to drop people, says Tuan regarding.
Yeah, but if you don't have full bars at the bottom of this climb, you are not going to finish in front. That's not. It's irrelevant. It's not a very big climb. The difference was made in Gavia, and Albisi was 1 minute behind. Maybe he won't be 1 minute behind in this climb, but boo, can't believe it.
Yeah, it's bug. And game crash.
That's a big F, I think.
That's terrible. They have to play the stage again. Wow. Well, I'm going to switch groups. I'm going to be back with Finn as they start the 3rd stage, the 4th stage. Well, there's still all grouped together, so I'm going to switch to Dan and Miko's group to see what they are doing.
They are climbing
Here,
Gavia.
Raúl is up front with Nieve and Bilbao, both his climbers. Let's see. Well, here's quite a big lead. Almost 2 minutes over. I don't know if Miko can.
Miko can't hear us, I think. He never does.
Well,
And
but over the big crunch, he has a 3-minute lead, so I think he kind of has these states. In the same way Ruben had.
Who did that?
Raúl in his group.
Oh, Raul.
I mean,
But he
the
had
same
some,
when you had a big lead before Gavia and you could help onto it.
but he
obviously
already
with
lost a
Alepere's
minute
help,
in the team time trial, right?
eventually, but he still has both his climbers and
After Gavia, or
no, he's in the middle of Gavia right now.
middle of Gavia?
10
Yeah.
kilometers to the top of Gavia for him.
I decided to use my whole my 80 climber on the flat part.
Yeah, I mean, surely it worked for you.
Yeah,
even though you didn't win the stage,
but
because Alepere, Alepere's study probably was better from energy wise.
yeah,
Because he had his domestics resting in your group.
I'm
And then he
pretty
attacked from
sure.
behind
I'm pretty sure he had more blue, like so he could recover more yellow. So
yeah, sure.
yeah, I'm pretty sure about that.
But
it should be.
you should still be proud of your stage. That you should still be proud of your stage.
I'm really proud.
You really. I mean, not every time you see a full stage attack going all the way.
I mean, I had a bit of luck that people weren't really working, but you always need to have that luck.
Let us see.
Nico, you can't. Well, if you hear us, you can't finish out of time. You have to be on time for the game not to book. Otherwise, you can be streaming the last stage.
Yes,
so
but
make
Miko is not
sure
hearing.
you don't finish out of time.
He's not hearing us. I send him message. I don't know if he's going to respond or not.
I'm going to watch Joe's group. Well, Joe's group is very calm, still calm. They're taking Gavia with 3 riders everyone, and no one is pacing. But we'll see. If I don't think there's gonna be any gaps on that group.
Joe's group is going to be peace group, right, Joe?
We like a mountain sprint, so yeah. I'm perfectly fine with this outcome.
Bilbao big lead. Leo is coming behind with Swaxon. Oh, no surprise to see those two be ahead of everyone else in that group.
Which group? Sorry.
Group of the one that is streamed by Miko.
Okay. Yes. So we see here. I don't know. We are seeing Miko's team for some reason.
No, he's now in
Bilbao in the front. It's quite laggy, but it's normal. I'm sorry we can't get a better streamer of this group, but you can help us in the future if you want to sign up for streaming. I think
for next rounds. I mean, there are less players in playing. Actually, we may have more streamers available.
Yeah.
Do you want what?
You should have studied marketing instead of medicines.
Yeah, I should, but unfortunately, my life went this way. So yeah,
I should have studied medicines instead of what I'm studying now. But
you'd be a perfect doctor, Ruben.
I know.
So yeah, Peyo Bilbao takes the sprint, the mountain sprint. He takes first position. Let us see back Miko, please. We want to know who finishes second. He just wants to follow Bilbao. I think he's in love. That's fine. We're having fun seeing Bilbao going downhill. So yeah, Carlos, I think there was a problem in the group.
Yeah, David's group crashed, so that's unfortunate for them.
Yeah. I'm reading also.
Let's see if I don't know if Tuan has resumed the stream.
What?
Not yet.
Is everything okay?
We
No,
have an argument in our group.
There goes Twan.
Why?
Dembele and Big Dog are riding against each other.
Ah, well.
Always nice.
Let's see what happens. Well, it's very calm state.
Popcorn at the
No
ready.
one is trying to attack or what.
Don't forget to download your streams if you are streaming. Not here. I'm saying the ones that are streaming on Twitch. Don't forget to download them so we can use them to review actions later on, if needed. We hope it's not needed. Nothing to win anymore, so I can race against Dog now.
Yeah, well, I mean, Dembele was in a break with 4 Belgian riders, and the Big Dog chased him alone. So I guess that's why he is frustrated.
You against me, I versus you.
Oh.
Well, I think
This has been a very boring stage so far here. Let's see. Well, let's move to Joe's group. Let's see what.
Although our
happens
group is
here.
boring as well, so.
Yeah, well, but at least
Literally,
I mean, also boring groups
this
need
is a
their
mountain
intention.
going on.
I love how you literally called off the most boring group of them all to watch when you were bored. Okay.
Well,
Yes.
they're going to be over Gavia with two riders.
Who did that?
Yes, they will pass Gavia, them all with 2 riders.
All
Amazing.
of them.
All of them. Yeah.
Holy shit.
What an emotional
Well, I
racing
think, well, Joe is sprinting for the points, and no one is sprinting with him. I can't understand this group.
Cakewalk.
Cakewalk. This is the Mickey Mouse group for Joe White as he takes the mountain point without even opposition. That way is not difficult to dominate. Joe Whiteley, amazing Mickey Mouse group. This is fabulous. Watch with us to see how much they can open the room to Joe Whiteley to win. Okay.
Well, I'm going to be back in Miko's group. Raul is still with a big lead. He's going to win the stage, most likely. And he had a lot of time lost in GC, and he's gonna make it.
Oh, fuck. Well, I made a mistake.
It's going to be a win for Peyo Bilbao and maybe the general classification. We will see.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, he's going to be back into the GC fight. He was kind of out of the Bernal attacking in the middle of the climb. That's not very smart, but who knows if he has bars to make it to the finish.
Yais is trying, and he's trying to close the gap on Raul. There he goes. I think it was a very risky attack, and Raul still has a very good advantage.
Yeah, I don't think Jace is the one that if anyone wins Raul, I don't think it will be Jace.
I don't think it will be.
I'd be surprised. So, but if so, I think Leo and Swaxon should have the advantage as they were better over Gavia.
Someone is reducing the gap on Yates, only 10 seconds. I'm not seeing it, but now we are seeing Bilbao going to the last 3 kilometers. Only 2.5. There goes Yates. And there goes Swaxon. Swaxon going hard. Oof, Leo. That's going to hurt a bit.
It's interesting. Leo is taking a step back to let others do the work.
Raul's advantage
2 liters to the finish. I mean, it can be very dangerous.
Yes, Raul's advantage is going less and less now. As Yais, it's getting close, but Raul is going to win the stage and take some seconds to the general classification. He's going to be back on the fight.
Big win for Raul. Well, Bernal correct, and Swaxon is going. Actually, I think Swaxon will take the overall lead.
Second to Yais, third.
At the end, everyone together. What the fuck is me doing?
Yeah, Jakub took fourth, and a lot of people came.
Kind of same time for Swaxon and everyone else, and Raul and Jace took a few seconds.
Leo only 7th. That's quite interesting.
Yep, surprising, but at least he has the TTT advantage. Well, I assume Jakub will take the lead with Micah, and Leo will be second. But let's see now the standings in a few minutes when the stage.
If Miko wants to show us the standings, of
Yeah,
course.
well,
If he doesn't,
when
we are fine.
the stage truly finishes. Okay. Well, Ale Perez, I guess that Denver and the Big Dog are still fighting. Ruben, can you confirm?
Yeah,
Yeah, the whole
the
time.
big dog just pinged me and said, "Fucking embarrassed team playing against me. Expect appeal." Yeah, I'm expecting everything.
Okay. Well,
What I'm not expecting is a competition with the big dog without appeals. That normally. I'm a man of hopes. So we have 18 people watching, so actually a very good number. We started with 5, 6, now 18. So yeah, great.
Nice.
I
Mountain
think
Jose
people
is
are.
dropping riders or
Mountain sprint incoming in Group D.
So
Boring. Why are people so boring? Just attack and hope for the best.
yeah,
It works. I showed.
Okay, I'm going to move to Joe's group.
yeah. Joe's group is just arriving. 2 kilometers. The mass sprint is on with 2 riders each person. This is a strange stage. They were really calm, really conservative. Exactly what Joe normally likes: conservative people and conservative parties. There goes Joe. Ivar takes the lead. It's Ivar, I think. I don't know.
Kevin.
The Norwegian.
We'll see who wins the sprint.
And
Well,
the king of the sprint, Joe, passes everyone.
Goes
But the win is going to be for
Joe. Joe
Yes.
at the end wins the
Whiteley.
stage ahead of Arnarius.
TCM.
Is it?
And
no,
then Ghosty.
TCM,
TCM.
Ghosty, and Ivar ends up losing. No, Healings ends up
Healings,
losing a few
yes.
seconds.
Who is not finishing yet? Who is the 8th guy?
Campione, but obviously.
No, Campione had to retire.
Yeah, Campione withdraw. It's sad to say. So Joe takes 1st and 8th. What a result! Great play by Joe Whiteley, Mickey Mouse group.
Well, still Joe is not in the lead of the GC. Who won the DDD?
Twanu. So I think Twanu's still in the lead.
Toinu will still lead the GC, I think, by a few seconds over Joe.
Yes. But this
with this stage win, Joe has a very important points.
Yeah. So basically,
also,
everyone.
It looks like Com will be for Joe, as he passed both Gavia and also this climb in 1st position. So
yeah, and I think the points jersey as well is Steve Cummings.
Well, can just that I have not seen the intermediate.
I think it was TCM Cummings. I mean, I don't have the correct XML, so. But yeah, I think.
Let's move to Ruben's group, who is sprinting for the intermediate sprint. You kinda, I guess Swift will go on it. No?
I'm there. So show us. No. Eragnisa. Finn. Yep.
Yeah, Swift.
So Ben Swift, yes. The British takes the win. So we are starting to climb Paso Duran. So
this is a 3-headed climb. Let's call it that way.
Yes.
You can barely recover bars between climbs, so there's a lot of different strategies trying to attack in the first one or wait for the final one. But you can do like in many other clients, like go full and then recover in the angle. That won't work in the.
Yes. Let us take a look.
That's why I chose this stage for the final stage of the tour. I think it gives player a chance to play these final climbs in many different ways. And also, the first climb is a good one to attack the leader with a lot of riders.
So please.
But in this group, that hasn't happened. Dennis is very conservative. He thinks this race situation benefits him somehow. Well, let's see if he can pass in this group. That's highly doubtful at this point.
Oh, I forgot to say that Miko asked if he could play the TTT for fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he played. Well,
Yes,
at
he
least
played.
he didn't win the stage or whatever. But
Yeah, Dennis is there with an attack with 3 men. He needs to recover. He knows he needs to recover. Finn, show us the general classification, please, just to take a brief look.
okay, yeah.
Thank you.
He's fifth. I don't think that will be enough, considering he hasn't taken stage points. If I recall
Yeah, he
correctly.
didn't took massive points there, and
So, I mean, remember that Big Dog took almost 50 points in the first stage solely by sprinting. So that could be Big Dog coming up in this group instead of Dennis. Well, you see the
yes.
point classification. Ruben Alepre dominating, and the mountains. Well, Ruben
Also,
dominating with Ivar in second. So Dennis needs to finish third in GC to pass to the next round or win the stage. He
yeah.
needs to do something.
And Nasho still
Otherwise,
has.
it will be another shocking elimination for them.
Yes, and Dennis will say goodbye to every road competition just in the first round. Of course, not TTTs, but that's not that doesn't count as
main road competitions.
Yeah, main road competitions will be the goodbye for Dennis.
Some people say that time trials are the important one.
Yeah, because
who are we to judge those people?
I don't want to use bad adjectives, but I think they all are unos payasos de mierda, namely Miro Rivera. So yeah, we will wait for the translation for that one.
We're going to look at Tuan's group. Well, there's some breakaway happening here. Miru attacking in the breakaway for whatever reason. Okay.
So yeah,
the stream of Tuan has kind of collapsed.
Tuan.
Let's return to it later. Big Dog has attacked in this climb. We are back to Finn's group.
Let me just take a real quick look at general classification. Joe, please tell me. Okay, Toino leads 1 second ahead of Ghosty, 9 seconds ahead of Joe, 10 seconds ahead of the cycling manager, 21 for El Colombiano, 29 to Mendes, and 46 to Hilling.
And then the punch jersey.
Well, Joe with massive leading points standings.
That's not a surprising thing. And Mountain?
KOM.
Well, also come. Yeah. Well, Joe kinda has the qualification already with these points. But it's a very open group. Gaps are very small, so we'll see how this goes.
I will
send back to the group B, where they are starting the second climb of the final three. Apparently, all is back together. Big Dog was cooked, apparently by Denver.
I have something to you to put on the stream, Carlos. I will send it to you in private, okay? But I think it's interesting to have this graphic also that will help us at least to show how is the group going of Joe. Let me. Okay. There you go.
By the way, I have a quick question.
Now attacking. What?
I forgot the XMLs. How much points do the intermediate sprints give?
20.
20, right? Yeah, okay. Then I'm
20 in the sprint, 20 in the finish.
Yeah.
Good.
The first category climbs give 15 points.
Carlos, please add the graph to the stream so people can see how Joe Whiteley's group is going. I think it's
yeah.
Okay.
Please add it.
What I can do with this?
Yeah, I think it's an interesting virtual classification. So
I
yeah,
will remove that so you can add it yourself.
So Dembele now on the front, with Mairao leading the group. No, Dennis in this moment. Everyone is with 2 riders, except for Dembele that is alone.
Yeah, he killed all those riders.
Now people are letting one rider fall, but there are still two. And what is Dembele trying to do with one rider alone? Not sure.
Yeah, let me be back at one moment. I was watching his group.
Yeah, sorry.
Well, he's trying to go all in, whether it's for comp points or something. No.
Yeah, but he tried it when everyone had still three riders and he was alone.
Well, you have to take you have to take a risk if you want. Maybe
Certainly you
not
do.
very calculated risks. So we'll see who can. Alepere, to be honest, looks to be chilling in the back of that group. Very easy stage for him to control. Well, I don't think he had to do absolutely anything.
Ruben guarantees mountain classification, right, Ruben?
Almost, I think. Not sure, but
Thank you.
Well,
I mean, should be fine normally.
Yeah. But anyway, well, Alepere now working against who is that one?
Dembele.
Denver. Well, I mean, it's kind of a bit weird that he's using his climber against Denver. I would assume he wouldn't care of him, but I mean, letting him at that gap is not a big deal because there's a big climb coming up, and Denver for sure doesn't have as many bars as the rest.
No, but we are seeing an interesting fight for third and fourth in this group, as Nacho has a very good shot of passing the round. He needs to finish ahead of Ivar, and I think he could make it.
Stuck.
There goes Dembere's breakaway hopes as Alepere wants to win everything. He goes for the stage 2. Ivar on his will.
Well, one thing you can dispute from Alepere is that he's not going to be passive in any stage. He's going to try to win everything he can.
Yes, and there goes Alepere alone.
Obviously, he knows he's not in danger of losing his easy win with this move.
Yes,
Well,
and
otherwise he wouldn't do it.
Rest in peace, Dembele hopes. Dembele is completely dead, and his leader is way on the back. Even Mairao is going to beat him.
Well, actually, Mairao might pass in this group. Well, it's highly unlikely. Well, there is going after Alepere. I mean, that's kind of what he needs to do. I mean, he needs to go with Alepere and get a gap to the rest of the players and finish third in GC to pass in this group.
There goes Nacho too. He knows he needs to beat Ivar, and he is actually ahead of Ivar right now. Ivar is going with him.
Well, yeah, Ivar is together with him. It's interesting moment in the group.
Ivar
still struggling in the back. It's interesting.
The big dog is struggling.
He shouldn't be chilling so much if he is chilling. Of course, at this point you don't finish in the last group unless you are in the need of finishing.
Yes, 4 kilometers still to go. Dennis takes the front.
Yeah. Well, Dennis knows that he needs to work on this. On this moment is his time if he wants to qualify.
Ruben is suffering hard. We know he's going to lose a lot of time on general classification, but that shouldn't worry him because he's going to pass anyways.
Yeah, I mean, probably a lot of energy is wasted on the previous stage, but at least he got a big prize for his efforts.
Yes, and this is also a very good way of Ivar and Nacho coming back. So does Mairao.
Yeah, well, it's getting very dangerous for Ruben, who might get dropped a lot of places in GC.
He's going to drop to 6th, probably, as he's beating the big dog, who is still behind him.
Well, Nacho, Dennis is suffering against Alepere's rhythm. Alepere is breaking away alone. He's going to take. On the final climb, Dennis is going to be left with basically his rivals. Well, Dennis collapsing. Wow.
Mairao takes the... Mairao. Oh my God.
Watch out, because Dennis might be out of this tournament right now. And
Ivar
wow. I mean, well, it's a big surprise that Mairao is being so good. Well, to me, because I didn't know him, so can't say that he was expected to be bad. But obviously, if he hasn't played against big competition normally,
Yes, he has never.
you will assume that he's not very good, just because that's
He had
usually
never.
what you think of people.
And we
But,
are watching the final of this group as Myrao is probably going to take P3 on overall classifications if he can maintain this advantage over the group that is behind.
Would be good if you put a clock to Ruben. I don't know who is in this group. If you can put a clock to Ruben, between Ruben and Myrao's group.
It's more than one. It's more than 120. So it's not really important because Ruben is going to lose that point. Is 130, 140. That's more than enough.
But it's still very important. He might it might get tight for maybe not Ruben, but Dennis' group. Well, Dennis is catching them.
Dennis is catching them. That's bad news for
He's
Myrao.
going to win the stage. That's a very impressive way to qualify in this group, of course, Lepere.
Yes. Great win by Lepere. No options for any other. The masterclass of the tactics, the Spanish wins easily.
Let's see if Dennis can finish second in. Well, Myrao is going to take second place. Wow.
Myrao easily takes.
Unbelievable, eh?
Yes.
Myrao. We have
Myrao.
to count very carefully this group, but this will be a very tight situation. Dennis, I think he's definitely out. In my
I'm
opinion.
not sure.
Yeah, it's likely that he's out, but
I know who is out. The big dog is out, and so does Dembele.
Big dog, well, likely, but probably has more chances than what you think. I mean, remember he has those 50 extra points that compared to others with the first stage.
Dembele is completely out. But Lepere gave us a master class today. We are going to count it real quick.
I'm going to watch other group in the meantime. While
yes, we should watch.
Well, we are in group A. They are playing this, having to play this stage again. It's very well. We are very sorry for them that they crashed. They had to repeat the stage basically when they only had a few kilometers left. So it really sucks for them.
Yeah, and we have a small group on the front. Show us one. Gabi and Matteo Alpisi. That's an interesting group there. 1 minute advantage. I think it could be good. If they saved bars, could be good. And Jose Pereira.
I think that here in the back group, no one is really relying. Well, basically they are giving up the GC. Well, watch out for Rada, I guess. No, he doesn't have any. That's a brave effort by Rada to try to come back to this group. But
let me give you really quick notice about the rankings. Show us classification, Finn. So general classification goes to Lepere. Ivar takes second, Dennis takes third, Nacho saves fourth, Myrao is only fifth, Ruben sixth, the big dog seventh, and Dembele eighth. More points to Lepere and Nacho.
So Ruben wins points ahead of Lepere, big dog third, Ruben fourth, and Dennis fifth. Let's us watch come. So Ruben, Lepere, Ruben, big dog, and Ivar. Well, it will be very tight, to be honest.
Myrao is out, I'm sure, and
probably. I think it will be a very tight fight between Dennis, Nacho, Myrao, and Big Dog. I mean, one place between the four of them.
Ivar,
Dennis has probably Nacho has the edge because he won a stage. Remember, he won the team time trial.
The team time trial, yes.
And Dennis has only put a very few stage points, so.
The big dog did 1-2 in the first stage, yes, and then Nacho takes the points of the TTT, followed by Ivar, and in the third stage it was points for Myrao for third place, and now more points for Myrao for second place.
Well, quite sure we can see now if you click in next now. If you go to the next screen.
Dembele and Sean will both appeal. What is irrelevant because none of them I think will pass, or maybe the big dog. Let's see. So yeah, what are you watching, Carlos? Carlos? Carlos?
Yeah, I lost you.
What?
In team, Finn.
What?
In team, I mean, you're seeing some points. If you click in team, that will give you the team
Oh,
points.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, this is not completely accurate because Argentina is taking points for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5th in the TTT, but it should give you a very good estimation of how this will end. So Alepere will go through, obviously. Ruben will go as second in his group. Third will be Ivar, and fourth place will be between Nacho and Dennis. That will need to be counted very carefully to be sure of who is going through, because we can set up in the database that gives the exact points that it should, but with the TTT it gives all the points to the same team, so they have to be deducted from Argentina and distribute to the people who actually finish second, third, fourth, and fifth in the team and trial. So that's why that standings are not definitive, but it's a good look of how the group went.
Tuan said Davi allowed, and we have reasons, good reasons for it, as Davi went through with Miro Ribera on his wheel. No, sorry, they are back. They are back. Both of them are way back, and Gabi joins the front group. I will welcome you guys to the voice chat, to small interviews on Group B. Just wait for a moment, please. Carlos, focus on the group of Davi, where he's trying to recover.
I'm watching them. Well, Miro's dropped from Davi's wheel, and ahead of all of them, I don't know who is this. Gabi, maybe.
Who's streaming the Davi group?
The Tuan. No, Tuan, yeah.
Okay.
Tuan says that Davi domestic dropped very early, so he might be in disadvantage over, well, Belgium cracks. Very hard, to be honest. Well, still 2 kilometers to the top. Let's see.
Still 2 kilometers.
Albisi, well, I don't know if he just stopped to let David work on things. And Gabi complaining big time about Albisi. I don't really know why in this moment.
This is always the heat of the moment. And talking about the heat of the moment, as Gabi takes the points shortly.
Why is Twan influencing with the race?
Shortly, Sean, what happened with you? Small interview.
Hello. What happened is that there was a person that screwed my race as he said he would do, insulted me, and I built the result of this race. Simple as that.
We saw some confusion with Dembele.
There was no confusion. He absolutely said that he would screw my race, and as soon as I attacked, he closed it for no reason. So he did what he promised, called me stupid. I'm not happy about this. I appealed.
Okay, we will see it later. Thank you, Sean. We will connect with you really quick, but now we are watching the final of the stage, and I need to pass really quick to the others. Alepere, what a magnificent class you gave. It was a master class of tactics in both stage 3 and 4, and you actually won the group quite easily at the end. What inspired you today? We were on a peak form day.
I think the situation coming off the Stelvio climb was pretty good to make a long-range attack work. And I was very, very impressed by how Ruben managed that stage. He almost beat me. Certainly, he made sure that he was going to the semifinals. But yeah, it was not easy to be first because I had to work on the last stage to drop Ruben so others could overtake him in the general classification. Because if Ruben would have held on to the second spot in GC, he would have been the first seed instead of me.
Yes, he unfortunately did not in the last stage. We were talking with Ruben during the stage, and but I think he did a really good work. Really, you are accurate on that description.
Yeah.
And you saw what happened between the big dog and Dembele. Do you have an
Yeah,
idea?
I did. Pretty much the big dog relayed on a Denver break without um, uh, a reason of weight of real weight, and then Denver did the same in the other way around. So I really think they were both being childish, and that's all. It was both
Yeah. Okay.
who didn't act correct and for their own benefit.
Yeah, a hit moment on that moment for both of them, and I understand your point.
Yeah,
So
it's understandable with the tension of the race. And
yes, shortly. Thank you, Ale Pere. We are being very quick because it's only 7 kilometers to go to the top in the group of Jose Pereira. So maybe we watch the end of this race and then we continue with the questions for Ivar. Ivar, is that a problem? Ivar? I think he's not listening to us
okay.
right now,
So
but he's
Gabi and Jose are now up front. I mean, it looks
yes.
like Gabi are right up at the bottom of this at the bottom of this climb alone, and Jose is doing an attack from the base of this climb. We'll see if this works. The 5 of them are together now. Jose kind of stops. He knows he's not going anywhere that way.
He's
But
not.
still, everyone on his wheel. Which I think Albisi has a good chance. I mean, he's not taking any relays lately of what I saw.
So yeah, there goes the attack by Gabi. Strong.
Yep.
Let us see.
Yeah, well, as I see, everything is going into Albisi's hands, in my opinion. Basically, obviously, they are not going to allow others to break away at this point, but Albisi is doing absolutely zero work in this group at this moment. As you see, again another attack by Gabi, and Davi is the one closing. Albisi in the back seat. I think he can take the stage win.
Alvisi playing his classic style, staying on the back wheel, 1.5 kilometers to go. The sprint is going to start as soon as the first one goes for it. Who will be the first to go? We will see. Davi takes the lead. It's going to be Davi. Yes, Davi the first to go. Let us see. Gabi passes.
No.
I think it's going to be a win for Jose Pereira. I think I will call it for Jose Pereira now. And Jose Pereira takes the win. Gabi is second.
Albisi did so bad. I think maybe they all launched late, but I'm really surprised that Albisi was last in that.
Yes, Miro takes 4th place, 5th place to Albisi, and all the others.
Gabi kind of crying about Miro. Well, not crying, but no, don't retire. Tuan.
Don't retire.
No, don't retire. Stop crying.
Tuan,
go with Carapaz.
Tuan. Fuck. He retired.
Ah no, he can stream the final stage. He says.
Ah, okay.
Maybe we can get someone else into to stream the race if they want to.
Well, kind of unlikely that someone can stream. Right? Okay.
Please, someone that is inside the game, please stream to us. We would need to watch the last game.
Tuan, can you ask in the chat if someone wants to stream for us in the Discord?
George left the room, right? Yeah. Yes, George is not no longer playing, so I guess he left.
Yeah, that's the idea.
So let me really.
Let's see what's coming in this group. I don't know.
Yes. I'll just ask a question to Ivar in the meantime. Ivar, welcome.
Hello.
So you did a very decent performance. You fought for the spots till the end. What about your actuation today? What do you think?
I think my performance was medium. I did good in the time trial. Then Ruben really smashed us on the second and third stage. So that was not ideal. But luckily, I could play very passive in the last stage, and it worked out very well. So better performance after 2 really shit races so far in this Champions League.
I have a call, so only really quick. Alepere, Ruben, Ivar, and Dennis advance as Nacho stays out by a small margin. We need to count it properly, but around 6 points apparently, counting on Alepere. So yeah, Ivar, you got through. It's one semi-final for Norway. It was expected for your country to be more. What did you expect before these championships?
Well, I think we have underperformed slightly. But I mean, I think our best discipline is the time trial. I think we can have someone in the finals there.
So you are going to try to represent your country in one final, and you certainly got a chance of doing it. I hope you really have enjoyed this parcours. I think Ruben's attack was clearly the best moment in all groups so far. I think Aquarius agrees with me that, right, Carlos?
Yeah, I mean that was a great move. I think obviously at the end the results can help up with that, but I think Alepere's tactic in that stage was better than Ruben. Obviously he benefited that Ruben was up front. Otherwise his attack wouldn't have been so successful because his rider would have been more tired or whatever. But still, yeah. What do you say?
So yeah,
I mean, probably the most win or nothing attack in the world round.
Juan, ask Miro to come and stream. Call Miro to stream. Call Miro to come and stream, please. We need to see his race. No, it's not letting. Oh, it's abandoning. Yeah, it's not a problem. What are the people watching, Carlos?
Right now we are watching Joe's group, how he tackles the second climb of the 3.
We should then watch a bit of Arnorius and Frabo's attack because they are 5 kilometers in front.
I'll switch to them.
Switch to them. Switch to Miko. As we have Frabo, Arnorius in the attack.
From here, Jacob chasing. Oof, that was kind of blocked for. Well, I don't know if. Well, Jacob could pass his second climber, but it's a big move by Frabo. I mean, I don't know if he can go all the way with the way the final climb is, but we'll see.
He is trying at least. Frabo, good attack there, and Frabo always gives emotion to races. Miko,
one thing you can always say for sure that no matter what happens, Frabo is going to try to win the race.
Yeah, to break the races, to do the tactic that no one is expecting. That attack, I think Frabo adds emotion to races. He is really important on that. And I hope Miro Ribera can come and
asking for collaboration in the second group. Well, I assume eventually someone will work because obviously with Paso Yao.
So yeah, certainly. We are going to watch.
We are seeing Raul taking over the group, but he's not trying to pace. He's trying to attack. So let's see how it goes for him. I don't think he can make a gap unless someone cracks behind him. I mean, if he tries too hard, he might not have energies at the end of the climb. So everything back together, it seems.
Yes, everyone is back together. So we enter the last climb. I'm trying
to be looking same time to Joe. Well, I don't.
I think we'll get
are very low in Joe's group. Joe,
I think we'll.
Are you here,
Joe? Joe?
Sorry, yeah, I'm here. It's pretty passive. We've got Mendes out front. He's trying to target the KOM.
to attack to win.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What?
I can see that the race is very passive. If you have this
Yeah,
point,
it
you
is
still
very
have
passive.
Camis in the group.
I'm sorry for everyone that is on the group of Miko. Sorry, on the group of Joe, but we are not watching it only because it's going to be a bit boring comparing with.
It is very
Yeah, but
boring.
we'll see how this goes here, and when it finishes, we'll go to Joe's group.
Yes, and we see the group is clearly breaking. Swaxon takes the lead with Jace on his side, and the green jersey is just
It's very
behind.
interesting that Leo has been always in the wrong side of moves. It's weird to see him like that. I don't really know how the overall standings might go. But,
Everyone seems to be looking at Jakub with the yellow jersey, of course.
Yeah.
Close the gap.
But
It's good. This attack could work. Only 2k to go in half a minute. It's hard to. That's hard to close.
With Raul moves or something like that, no? Not stay always on Jakub's wheel.
Yes, exactly. There goes Yais. There goes Yais with Swaxon. Yais is going to take.
Yeah, Raul is having some difficulties to hang on.
I think
Yais is pushing really hard.
Might not keep up with this pace.
Leo tries to close up. He has some good final push. Where the fuck is Miko going?
We always.
Good.
Trying to close the gap. I don't think.
Yeah, they're just not gonna make it. If these three can collaborate, they will get a half a minute advantage most likely. And
Leo, to be honest, I'm very surprised that Leo is not able to be in the first group. But
so we have guys on the front. Is only 18.
I mean, Leo and Jakub have to try to somehow get into the first group.
Thank you, Miko, but we really want to see the race, not your shot. And we see that they are going down very fast. Maybe they can enter if there is no.
I mean, if there's collaboration in the front group, it's impossible.
No way.
Yeah, of course. But the point is,
knowing Yais and Swaxon, they will work. Knowing Yais and Swaxon, they will work.
One collaborating, but I mean, it's in all their good benefits. I mean, they're 6, 7, and 8 in GC. These three guys.
And we seem to have an argument in the chat between Jakub and Leo.
Yep.
Jakub and Leo are having difficulties right now as they approach the final sprint. They are going down, and I think general classification win could be to any one of this group. The one that wins the sprint, probably with bonifications, will win the general classification because the differences are really, really low. Raul is the last one, but he has 23 seconds behind Jakub.
Can we go to the first three, Miko? Thanks. Can we go to the first three riders?
Please.
I want to see the sprint, please. These two won't catch up. Can we show the three in the front, Miko? Thank you.
Thank you.
Yais
is going pushing for the Yais is pushing for the seconds. And their Swaxon goes.
There goes Swaxon. Jace, I think Swaxon gets the win here.
Yeah, it seems like it. Yeah, Yais pushed a bit too much. So Swaxon, he takes 6 seconds on Yais, so he takes the GC most likely.
Yes, GC for Swaxon. As Raul takes
29
P2.
seconds later, Maika, Frau is out as Hubi.
A ver. Bueno, nada. Ya está Mateo, da igual.
Yes. Exactly. We have a very...
¿Qué dices, Miru?
Miru no nos escucha. So, yeah.
¿Ha dicho algo?
He's about to cross the last climb.
We welcome. We
are going to go to Joe's group. Wow, they are so slow. They are still in Joe. My goodness.
Yes, they are still going up.
And who is in the attack there? It seems to be Mendes still. I mean, normally he should make this because there's no way you lose energy on this descent. So I think he got stage.
Well, but maybe the first couple of kilometers he can go 99 because he doesn't have red bar yet. But we'll see.
Yeah, true.
I tried to attack, but I didn't have the
What
energy.
group did just finish? Yeah, group C.
Okay, so only group to finish is Jose Davi's group, but we don't have images, so we'll have to close. After this group ends, we'll shut down.
We have images. Miro Rivera is streaming for us.
Yeah.
He's streaming?
Yeah, I asked for it.
Great. That's fantastic.
Yes, that's perfect.
I'm going to take Very bad quality, but
I will
that's
I will
champion.
put I will put Alepere in the charge of a mission of bringing Raul to this voice chat so we can do an interview. Alepere, go for it. And I will ask Yais to voice chat too, and Jakub if he
I'm
can.
on my way.
Thank you, Pere. And
Well, I
we
think
are
Mendes has a stage here, but
general
obviously I
classification.
will not ask Joe to show us the gaps.
He's of course playing himself.
Like, yeah, you play normally. Like, maybe he's 30 seconds. Oh, he might get the
General
Mendes
classification.
is 30 seconds down, GC.
So with this time there, he could actually take it. We'll be close. We'll be really close with the 10 bonification seconds, of course.
I think it's TCM that's gonna not go through because of this.
Well, we'll see. So,
Oof.
We will see. Final sprint. Mendes
Gonna
wins.
take it. Mendes wins.
and in this group, I think it's gonna be Joe, the one who takes the second place in the sprint. No,
Time gap
it's
seems
going
to be quite small.
Actually,
This could be really close in GC between Mendes and who is it?
Yanu.
Gawi. Oh, Janu is it? Toino. Toino, right? Toino. Toino. Yeah,
Toino. Yeah,
Toino.
sorry, not Yanu. Toino.
I think Toino or Mendes, it's about seconds. It's about seconds.
Okay, Mick already shut down his.
Joe, say to people in your group to come to the voice chat, to the interviews if they want. So I have here the winner of the last stage, Raúl. Welcome to the interviews.
¿Qué tal? Voy a hablar en español.
¿Quieres español? No hay problema, lo traducimos. Bueno, pues, ¿qué ha pasado en la etapa? ¿Cómo te ha salido esta general y esta victoria en la etapa?
He perdido un minuto en la crono por equipos y entonces tenía que atacar, o sea, no me quedaba otra. Y me han dejado margen para atacar en la etapa del Estelvio. Así que, bueno, he llegado al Mortirolo con 4 minutos y he ganado la etapa. Y en la última etapa de montaña, pues he sido más conservador porque ya tenía recuperado más tiempo. Y bueno, le he quedado segundo al sprint, no he ganado por la puta curva. Pero bueno, hasta guay.
Raul says he did his best to recover the minute he lost in the team time trial, and actually people let him go with the breakaway in the stage 3, and he recovered the distance. And then in the last stage, unfortunately, he didn't manage to win due to the game mechanics, but he did his best and he got through thanks to that. Ok, Raúl, ¿y qué pasó en la crono? ¿Por qué ese minuto perdido?
Porque no la entreno. Ya he petado al final, he acabado sin barras. Y además ha empezado el viento con 5 por hora y cuando he salido yo, que he sido el último equipo en salir, había 20 por hora. Entonces, entre una mezcla de las dos.
Raul says the wind changed during the team time trial. Also, he didn't try it before, so he did not a perfect management of bars, and that really damaged his options there. Gracias, Raúl, por la entrevista. Me voy a seguir con Jakub. Thank you, Raúl and Jakub. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Geek one moment before the interview. Joe, put the overall classification again.
Jakub.
So Toino wins the group of Joe by 4 seconds over Mendes. At the end, wasn't enough for Mendes to recover. As Toino with the 4 bonus seconds he takes for finishing second in the stage, he keeps the GC lead. Goes to finish third ahead of Joe, but Joe, as he's winning the sprint classification, as you see, 1-2 in the sprint classification, so easy pass for him. Mendes also wins the comp at the end by 10 points over Joe. TCM might have a shot, but doubtly that he can recover enough.
I think it's between Ghosty and TCM.
Yeah. Who won the TTT in your group? Well, or who did better in the TTT between TCM third? Well, so now you can pass to the next screen, if you don't mind.
So TCM got the better of Ghosty.
Yeah, no, but I mean that you can go to the next screen.
Oh, yeah.
Where you can see the points in team.
Yep.
So Germany ahead of 30 points. It's Ghosty coming through.
Yep.
Ghosty going through then in the group. Sorry, let me just ask really quick to Jakub about his performance today. Jakub, what did you felt during these stages? Were they good for you, or did you felt?
Like, of course, it was not the easiest race for me because I took the lead in the TT2, which I somewhat expected, and then controlling everything that happened during the stages was impossible for me. Contrary to what some of the people in the group said, I tried to relay a lot, but I just couldn't relay all the time because I would have killed my riders, and I just lost. It's sad that I lost in the overall by 6 seconds, but still, I think I tried my best, and the stages were quite good for action.
So you had a small confusion there in the end of the stage with Leo Falandri. What happened between you both?
So definitely Leo Falandri felt that other people did the work for me, which was, of course, somewhat true because I didn't have the team. I didn't bring my 72 climber, which I have regretted. And it was somewhat of a bad choice, all in all. But I think, like, I didn't relay as much as he wanted me to relay as the leader, and just he was also mad at me because he felt as though I'm marking only his attacks and trying to follow. But he is a very good player, and I tried to just not to lose a lot of time to him because I knew that if I get dropped by him, I'll lose the race even more than I did.
Thank you, Jakub, for your interview. Good luck in the Champions League. I hope you can solve your problems that you had with lag and other stuff, because it's really hard to play with lag. We all know that. So I hope to see you doing very good in the TTs also. So yeah, see you there. Going to pass around a bit to Yais. Yais, do you listen to me?
Yes.
Okay. Yais, what about your performance today? What do you have to say? Guys? I think he's not currently 100%. No, we are not listening to you, guys. He's asking me if we are listening. No, we are not. Try to leave the voice chat and rejoin. Maybe that works for you. Okay. Going really fast then to other person. Frabo, you are always the same. You always try to attack. You always try to make
you know, because I'm out. Because I punctured. You know it or not?
Let me do the question, Bravo. Let me do
And
the
I did
question.
I did all the study alone. And I don't know how I survived. Because I punctured. The only idiot that punctured with the 18 guy, okay, it was I. Okay. And maybe this is the punishment for all the team play I did. I don't know. This is a mare from the sky, not a virus, I don't know.
Bravo, your interviews are the best ones. Tell us then what you think you missed collaboration from other people.
When I miss the collaboration, what I cooperate when I punctured. I said, stop, I punctured. Why we have to stop now? Yeah, you didn't punctuate, you didn't collaborate all the stage, but you collaborate now when I punctured. Genius, very genius, and very good for play.
I love you, Bravo. Thank you for being here.
And honestly, I think today I played better than the yesterday and the Friday. But the problem is today I didn't pass. The other days, yes.
I don't know if you played better this time or the other time, but I'm sure you give us an entertaining spectacle in both of them. So thank you for being here and to give us something to show to our fans. At least not every group is like Joe Whiteley's group, and we can have fun watching them. So yeah, thank you. We'll go to the next one because we have a lot of people here to interview.
Yeah, let's see if Jais is actually here now.
Jais,
can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. Thank you.
Nice.
Tell us about your race. What was the feeling today?
Well, the first stage was very bad because I had too much lag and I didn't see anything. And then there was the team time trial, which I failed pretty hard. I think Quintana had a bad day. I don't know why. But yeah, I lost a lot of time in the team time trial. And I had to make it up in the mountain stages. I think I went pretty well, but yeah, there were also some good players in the room. So, but I saw that I go through, right?
I think you did. Yes, you finished third.
Yeah, you're
You
through.
got through. So yeah,
I did like a very bad team time trial, so I didn't expect it, but that's nice.
Regardless, there are some surprising eliminations in your group. Leo Falandre and Frabo didn't have the best of days, at least in general classification measure, and Leo mainly was completely disappeared. What do you think happened to him?
He had like you interviewed Jakub. He thought the leader should control the race, and he relied on him. I think that was maybe a bad choice because people don't like to ride in general. Nobody. So yeah, I think, and I really like the aggressive rail style of Raul. I don't know if you interviewed him, but I think he deserves the first place.
Okay. Thank you guys for your interview. Your short, we are doing short ones today because we have a lot of people. So thank you. Swaxon, are you around?
Evening.
Good evening.
Hi.
What a magnificent spectacle you gave to us too in that group, in group 2. A lot of comebacks with Raul coming from last in TTT to actually win the classification, but you won the general classification. What do you felt about these epic stages that you just played?
Well, stage 1 was stage 1, meh. Stage 2 was actually one of my worst, well, I say worst at TTT, up to standards. It wasn't one I was fully confident on, so I knew maybe there'd be a small gap, a bit larger than what I hoped. Stage 3 mistimed my sprint, so I'm going to take the blame there. But Raul did a really good move, so used to him on that one, like very clever. I know his style. I've seen him race. It's very aggressive, and this one he managed to pull off massively. And then stage 4, which is very intriguing. It's like tracks all over the place. I think once we entered, was it that? I don't know what it's called. I think like the Paso Duran or something. Essentially, I knew from there it's about saving energy for the Yao. And I think I was just able to sneak in enough of energy management.
Certainly, you gave an interesting spectacle, and eventually qualification against very good players. So congratulations to you too. I will pass shortly to Toinu. Toinu, round.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hello.
Hello.
So you actually almost lead the general classification till you won it, or you didn't?
Yeah, he won it.
You won it. Okay, yeah. Eventually, you won the general classification. You were a bit of a surprise for us. We were not expecting such a great performance by you. What happened today?
I think that I came as like a lucky loser, so it was a bit. I wasn't very maybe looked by others, and I think that the TTT really helped me for the final classification because it's a bit my specialty.
Yes, certainly that was not expected in a group with people as Mendes, Ghosty, Joe, and the others that eventually didn't got through. Who do you thought it was going to be? Like, you were the only one that maintained your lead through all time. Do you think team time trial was very important?
Yeah, the team time trial, because I wasn't expected to play, but I came and I play because and this afternoon I have tried the TTT, so it helped me a bit in the strategy. Then I just need to control the race, even if it was a bit harder with a race which was very tactical with some long attack with David or healings. But yeah, it was a bit difficult to to control it because they were so good.
Yeah, thank you, Toinu. We watched a bit of your race too. I want to see if someone else is here. Yeah, Mendes. Hello, Mendes.
Hi.
Hello. You passed the group with a third position in the classification. You won a stage. What do you felt today that made you have this good result?
I felt bad because I can't play in my max level because of my low connection, but at the end I could go through, so I'm happy for this.
And what about your rival? Who surprised you today?
Tuino, he did a great TTT and was a tough rival today.
Thank you, Mendes, for the interview. And I will shortly pass to two small awards I want to give after these 3 days. The first of which goes to Joe Whiteley, who, in my opinion, was the best player overall in these 3 days. I don't know if you agree, Aquarius, but he was quite dominant.
Well, I mean, you can argue Ale Pere.
Yes, you can add Ale Pere to the list.
I mean, I will need to count Joe's group, but for sure Ale Pere has won the groups in his three games. So
yes, Joe was more dominant in both classics and inline, but he finished second on.
In inline he was incredibly dominant in his group.
Yeah, in classics too.
I suffered it.
Yeah,
but,
you didn't watch classics,
today he
but
couldn't
you
win the.
People are loving Fravo in the comments. Thank you, guys. So I give a small award to Joe Whiteley as at least one of the two most dominant players of these last 3 nights. Joe, congratulations! You really made us feel like you were always in control of the situations. Do you think you are joining a small room, a small elite of players in this game?
No. I don't know. I really don't know what to expect in the semi-finals and finals. If I do make the finals, I doubt I do, but in the semi-finals it'd be a lot harder, I believe. So I think I will get a better understanding of potentially where my level is at, where it might be against. I mean, all the players in any round in the Champions League, obviously very, very high skilled because they've earned their right to ride here. But I think the semi-final is definitely it's definitely going to be the next step up from the quarterfinals. So I think I'm not really focused on trying to be within that small elite group that you mentioned, but I think I'll just try to have fun, see if I can do well along the way, and try to get into maybe one final of the Champions League. If not, so be it. As long as you have fun, then.
Thank you a lot, Joe. I really think you made brilliant performances, and in this moment you are the best players in the world, and I think you will prove it as well here in the Champions League and afterwards in the World Championships. We will see, of course, finals are different, semi-finals are different, but you certainly put up a show that no one of us was at least expecting. Such a dominant performance, such a brilliant actuation. Let me just give my other small award to the smartest move of the at least of the evening. I'm not going to say of the 3 days, but probably also Ruben. What an attack on stage 3! What you didn't won, and still it was brilliant. It made you pass the round of tour. It made you win the com. Made you win the sprint classification. What was in your mind during that attack?
Well, yeah. First of all, I was just really excited to play this tour. I was really looking forward to this Champions League, but unfortunately, I had to miss the first rounds of classics and inline because too much other stuff in my life were going on. But I could play tonight, so I was really excited to make something of it. Although tour isn't really my best discipline. But then I did a TTT. think I tried it 3 times before the actual one. But at the end, well, I got 5th in it. So I was like, yeah, this will be hard because, well, 5th in GC, only 3rd in the first stage. I have to do something. So I just tried to get my my hill guy in the breakaway because he had a small breakaway on the first stage and took the intermediate sprint there. So I was like, yeah, maybe I can win the intermediate sprint classification with him. So I'll try to do that. And then I saw some others joining with their 80 climber, and I was like, I'm gonna try to get my whole team in the breakaway. It was quite a risky move looking back. I think I got a bit lucky that there wasn't really cooperation from the people behind. But at the end, it worked out. I tried to manage my energy the best I could, and then Alapere did a great move behind. He used his 2 riders who were with me in the break to save energy and bring his actual leader to my leader. We collaborated a bit in the last descent and on the final climb, and he beat me in the sprint. And yeah, then the final stage, I made a bit of a stupid mistake. I was like, I want to be sure I have the KOM with Dumoulin. I attacked on the second to last climb, and that cost me a lot of energy and to drop and to actually pass by 4 people in GC. I was actually still scared from my position, but at the end, the KOM and the points classification saved me. So I'm really happy to play the semis.
Thank you, Ruben, and I welcome you, the 2 organizers, together with me and Carlos, to watch the last 30 kilometers of the stage in the last group that Miro is making us the great favor of streaming for us. Thank you, Miro Ribera. I will not call you other things today. And we see that everyone is with a train of 4 guys going up the mountain, right? We can't see properly, Miro. Anything that you show we cannot see because you are streaming on a really low quality, unfortunately. If you can upgrade it a bit, if you have no lag, it would be perfect. If you cannot, okay, we will manage to do with this. And you are in the crush, in the most important part of the race, so we understand that you cannot move it now. But yeah,
maybe playing on Microsoft Windows 7.
We see a French going. I'm taking a look at.
The stream has completely closed.
By the way, I have. Oops. Miru has.
Better quality. This is nice.
Now we
Thank
see.
you.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank
Okay.
And there we have an attack.
While we watch, I had the confirmed classifications from Group B and C.
Yes.
So Dennis at the end goes through by only 3 points over Nacho. I mean, in the final sprint of that group with Ibar and Mayao, if Dennis had not been third and was beaten by Ibar, he would have been eliminated. So that's how close he was to.
Dennis saved his honor then with 3 points and a very
Alapere winning his group with over 300 points. No surprise, with Ruben and Ibar also coming as 2nd and 3rd. So Nacho 5th, as I said, Big Dog 6th, Mayra 7th, and Denver in last place with only 17 points, all from the 8th place in GC he took. Quite disappointing for Denver. So
yes.
In Group C, it was Raul with a big lead, actually also over 300 points. But he cemented his big points with 1-2 in both points and com, next to his stage win and 2 second places and his 3rd place in GC. So he could beat GC winner Swaxon to the win in his group. Also Jace with 3rd place in the group, and 4th place goes to Jakub, who passes with quite a big gap over Leo Falandri, who could only be 5th. And then a triple tie for 6th place between Frabo, Hubi, and Arnorius, of which Frabo takes the edge because he finished better in GC.
In GC, let me just take really quick to Miro Rivera group as we are down, and this situation is very interesting. Gabi and Mateo have a small lead, while Miro Rivera and Jose Pereira are arguing behind because Jose wanted collaboration by Miro, and Miro said, "I mean, fuck you." So yeah, basically Jose now is working.
But one thing which is important to see is that Davi actually has a rider more.
Yes,
I didn't see that.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, but it's dead, the rider in Canada.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
that. It's
by
true.
the way.
It's true.
Jose Pereira classified Miro Actions as a pussy player.
By the way, we have some action going on. It seems like either Gabi or I think it's Gabi who attacked Alvisi in the break.
It's Gabi up front.
Yeah.
Gabi attacking Alvisi and Davi trying to recover the distance now. Let's see what Davi can do. Davi needs to save his honor, just as Dennis did. It is just really, really
it's difficult to say what how classification will be in this group.
It's very hard.
Because Gabi is leading. No, Miro is leading the GC, but he's not taking much sprints.
Yes,
well,
it's.
I think I saw him fight with the puncher, the points classification, so he might get a pass on that.
Yeah, indeed, his Aberasturi, I think, was indeed fighting for the points, and I think he has it.
Points is for Gabi right now.
No, that was scrolled down. That was scrolled down. Look. It's
oh, yeah. It's for Miro.
I think Aberasturi won the intermediate sprint.
Yeah. He really focused on that. I saw that happening while we had the interviews.
Yep. Yeah, so probably Miro is going through. So 3 places between Gabi, Jose, and Davi, and Alvisi.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the Dutch guy Ben Jong, I think,
one of them will
is
be
100% out. Yeah, Ben Jong is out. Although he has KOM.
Ben Jong is out, and someone else.
He has KOM, but he's really low in GC.
George didn't take part in the last stages. It was too late for him after the crash.
Yes.
And here we have Davi going.
To get played. Yeah, that's Davi.
Gabi's out. Gabi's out. I think Gabi has no chance right now.
Yeah. He took the gamble, and it seems like it failed. And Davi has a gap. Yeah, they were 2 riders still though because of Davi working.
Everyone that tried on the second climb in all groups massively failed.
We have
seen Frabo. We have seen
Frabo. I will silence
I'm
you.
I'm watching the stream.
Yeah, but I'm going to silence you mandatorily because I don't trust you enough. So yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, we had indeed in my group it was Dembele attacking, but he already lost a lot of riders, so he completely.
I think we can have a win by Jose Pereira here. At least.
Yeah, it seems like.
It seems like he's the strongest one. Davi's trying to follow him, but I don't know if he has many votes to do it.
No, we don't know yet.
Miro is suffering, but Miro is already in, I think, with the win of.
With the points,
and make sure nobody else drops in.
And these other 3 guys.
And with the points he already has.
Yeah. These other 3 guys won't drop him. It seems they won't drop him.
The problem is for Alvisi and for Gabi, who are basically playing for the final spot in the next round.
So Davi will probably take it. And
we have a gap here.
Miro
can drop by.
Alvisi, so yeah, no problem.
Please kill him, says Gabi.
And we see some team play here between Miro and Gabi.
Don't try to get that. We are seeing the private conversation.
Gabi is asking Miro to make a mission.
Everyone watching. Amazing. Thank you, Miro Rivera, for this moment. We really appreciate this type of insights are really what make this sport so beautiful.
Miru, see if Gabi's paying a lot of money for this.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think he can. I mean,
Matteo,
I'm sure he's going through, but he's risking a bit. I mean,
I think they get back into the rise now.
Yeah, I mean, he's fucking Alvisi in this way. But at the end, he's going to try to.
Miru stops.
Miru stops.
Oh, wow, Miru. Wow. Wow, Miru.
Oh my god, this is gonna be tense.
Oh, that's dirty.
Oh my god.
Pezzo di merda.
Oh my god. Ay.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's dirty.
People are paying
back all debt, my friend.
Oh my god.
And again.
Joseph Pereira
Pereira
wins.
takes the stage, and that's also GC for him.
Yes, GC for him.
Davi second in GC.
Davi second in GC, yes.
Meru, the biggest rat of the tournament so far, confirmed.
Matteo
Yeah, indeed.
sent GG to
Scandalous.
Miro and to his sister. I translate.
Fake, and we see the fakes of Gabi.
Oh my god.
The team play on full screen here.
Yes, we are. You have the notion that this is going to be recorded forever, right?
I mean,
By the way, I have.
Meru purposefully going maintain position twice mid sprint and attack is a little bit sus.
It's maybe something the jury should look at, but we'll see.
Extremely questionable.
I think.
By the way, I have a special request from our public. They want Frabo, so Frabo, you're back online.
Frabo.
Oh, I'm chatting with Matteo.
I'm
He
with Matteo.
is very, very, very angry.
I mean, it's probably guys. Guys, will we see?
I had a fight with my wife to play this shit, and now I am twice fucked.
By the way, will we see an Alvisi appeal to next round again, like we have seen 4 times on World Championships last year?
I think Matteo
Let me say that
actually made
I know I can't play more. Good night. So I think he doesn't want to speak.
If both Gabi and Miro are taken out, maybe even Ben Young has a chance.
I never thought I'd see the day Alvisi actually appealing against his own rule, the Alvisi Act, that we had to introduce because of Alvisi constantly appealing to the jury. So we might actually see this in action now.
I want to see the GC for a bit. So we have Jose winning ahead of Davi, Gabi 3rd, Miro 4th, Alvisi 5th. So looking at this, you'd say
I think Alvisi's in the mud.
Alvisi's in the mud, but Alvisi is gonna appeal most likely.
He doesn't have any points. He doesn't have any points, Jersey.
I think Miro Rivera didn't even destroy Mateo's chances.
And he has no KOM points either.
No. He's really in the mud.
So I think he's out.
I mean, even if he, but do we only have 6 players in this group? George
went. Well,
George left, and
show,
who was the
we
8th
couldn't
guy
find
here?
a replacements quick enough for the game to start.
But who was the 8th guy who should be here? Oh, and also the Norwegian guy I missed.
Stage 3 had a crash with very little to finish.
Yep.
And George didn't want to continue.
I think Meru has
this is a really close standings.
No, Jose Pereira is just in Leo.
I really think Meru has.
Anyway, Alvisi had 0 chance to pass him. Even if Miru closed the gap, I mean, he's finishing even behind Ben Young.
So small interviews, guys. Miro, what did you do? That's my question.
We want answers, Miro.
We want answers. We really need answers.
Preferably in English.
Miro, do you want to know the reaction of Matteo on WhatsApp? He said me. Now he's fucked. He's fucked twice. For this, he had a fight with his wife to play tonight, and then he's fucked twice. He's out, and he had a discussion with his wife to play this shit. And then he said me, okay, good night.
Does
because he doesn't want to talk anymore.
Does she know he's paying the Alvisi bets by any chance?
Well, did I answer you or no? Well, mainly, as I was already in, Matteo has been doing the rat all the tour, and I also remember what he did me in escalatory. I had no reason to pace or to I wasn't going to catch anyone that I needed. So
I mean, attacking with him in his real name, going maintain position mid downhill is a little bit questionable. But
yes, I don't want him to follow my attacks. If he wants to go in, he has to base. I'm not going to do the work for him.
I mean, maintain position with 800 meters to go.
I don't hear
As
you.
If I need to find a word.
yeah, as president of the obviously strong club, I would like a ban for Miro Ribera.
Yes.
If he must be in the mad because of the bet that I don't go to any semi-final.
Alvizi is strong, but Alvizi is not strong enough for Minupa, so I guess it's the jury. Here we come.
I think no one more from this group wants an interview. It's sad because these moments were very, very interesting, and I want to hear. I called Jose Pereira. Let's see if he can. If he cannot, it's not a problem. So yeah, amazing day today here on the competition. We had much fun with everyone, with every group besides Joe's group that was Mickey Mouse.
Freaking boring.
Never Mickey Mouse.
Typical Joe. No.
Yes.
Joe, your group is shit as usual. Please don't continue like that.
I mean, you cannot call players shit if they made it and you didn't. So there's that.
Oh.
So
had to be said.
I think some Miro Ribera will get a penalty after this. I'm not telling he will, but he clearly will because it's in play. So yeah, but
I mean, using broad daylight. I mean,
it's all there.
We literally have the
black and white
photos.
It literally was caught red-handed on stream.
We also want to appreciate the fact that Gifiti just pinged me for saying sanctions need to be said tonight. You know, I think Group C had about as much controversy as, I don't know, nothing.
Yeah, we have done the best thing we could. I called everyone to interview. If other people didn't come, it's their fault. I want Leo Falandri to hear the crying, but he doesn't want. Leo, come in voice chat. I want to hear you crying. Okay. If he wants, he can come. If he doesn't, okay. So, thank you all for being here tonight. I don't think anyone else will join. Thank mainly all the streamers for being here in the helping with us. Even Daniel Miko, that sometimes prefer to show his own team.
Also, I expect to join the boot soon, as my road participation is almost done.
Can we just take a look at the Group A chat?
Yeah.
Wait, did Daniel Miko all this time actually just look at like Group A, like stream his whole riders?
I think he had more interest in his spectator riders than he had the actual race.
I think Daniel Miko is in the team time trial, so how does this group even count?
Okay, thank you, Dember. And okay, if I come for an interview, it's with a gold medal, says Leo Falandri. Okay, we are never going to hear Leo Falandri's voice.
Not happening.
Sorry, guys.
Museum.
I'm sorry for Leo not coming. It's actually very sad. I want to hear you, but gold medal and Leo don't combine. So it's sad. But yeah. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, mainly Carlos, for being here with the multi-screen. Anything else you want to say, Carlos?
Well, I'm doing the sum of points for every group, so.
Okay, I can entertain a bit more, so we can see the sum of points to all groups.
Let me.
I mean, we can stream whilst
entertain.
actually making the decision in Group A because I think that's very popcorn worthy.
I mean, yeah.
I think that's better entertainment than Group D's actual tour was. So we'll see.
Do you know if Gabi will be qualified or not?
Yes.
Gabi is qualified.
Okay, but I think also Gabi deserves a penalty.
I mean, Gabi depends
Even
on.
if we penalize both, Alvis is not.
Yes, of course, penalizing both.
In any case, it's Benjon the one who was in. I mean, even if I don't think there's
No. Yeah, I think
penalizable or
Ben
whatever.
Jong cakewalking his through to the next round because 2 people get disqualified.
but then also LVZ because I think Ben Young might have taken more points than LVZ.
I think he did. If you look at the end screen.
Yeah.
LVZ had 20 points.
But if there gets an appeal and it gets approved, I most likely Gabi and Miron both will be out. You can't judge one.
Yeah,
I think.
Indeed.
So
I think Ben Young had like 30, 40 more points in that end screen than LVZ Strong. So. But like you say,
anyway,
it's not only because you have to disqualify.
Technically, Miro didn't do anything, so it's not. I mean, it's not like.
Stino, wait. Oh, yeah. Stino thinks
I mean,
Ben Young has.
You can you can penalize someone for being a rat in this situation, even if it was for maybe not strictly game reasons.
Yeah.
I mean, if you don't want to collaborate with Mateo for whatever reason you want, I mean, it's not forbidden.
It's not forbidden.
But you just don't talk to them.
We really need to touch this.
And we saw some chat, but the question is if we can use those chats.
No, it cannot.
There's one thing making someone else work and stay on their wheel, and then there's one thing going to a sprint and post to go and maintain position.
We can judge two things. First of all, is intention, and Gabi asked clearly for a team play that was not going to benefit Miro. He was only going to damage Mateo, and
Miru went along with it.
So exactly, and Miru played what Gabi said to play, what clearly didn't benefit him, and was used only to damage.
I mean, Miru, it didn't benefit you. You went from first.
I wasn't going to pay his name.
Miru, you are going to be silenced. Thank you. Continue.
Okay, but because the problem, I think, the team play should be a thing that benefits both, not this way. Team play for me is doing team play is let's attack together to win together, not don't pace to damage another player and let me win doing the shit. This is not doing team play. This is doing piece of shit play.
If I'm allowed to give my opinion.
Yes.
Yeah, you're.
If I'm allowed to give an opinion, Miro did nothing in favor of Gabi. Like, he always would have picked to just rat on Albisi because of previous beef they had between them.
That's not breaking rules.
Regardless of that, Alepere, we have a clear intention of Gabi asking for it in private, and that's clearly intentional. And we have Miru doing the thing that Gabi asked. Even if there are no relationship between the two things, clearly Gabi couldn't ask that, because if Miru does, it's team play. And if we have this connection, this is very stupid because literally Miru streamed it to us. But we have the connection between the two people, and we have
Then I have another question for you.
Yes.
If Mateo goes through with the appeal, I get my money because I bet on him.
Of course.
Well, of course.
And
automatically disqualified
my money
from tour.
Okay.
I need to win my money.
I want to say that this man has the right priority.
Money from that bet, I think it's clearly team play, 100%.
Can we just say that Miru actually, before Gabi messaged him, was actually paid for the group, and then he stopped.
150 on Albisi. I think I should be lobbying for a disqualification of both Gabi and Miru.
I'm reading through the rule book to understand what is the penalization we have to apply to Miro. But for me, it's quite clear. We need to sanction Miro because
I think it's the Daniel Miko act that we need to be looking at. I actually think it is the Daniel Miko act.
As the president of the Ban Miko movement, I agree with Joe Whiteley.
I genuinely think this is actually the act that this offence would fall under.
Also, can we ban Daniel Miko?
If in case of team play between players, the organization will punish the players with either the exclusion of the event or the whole competition if the case is serious enough. We have no other option. This is clear team play. We need to exclude Miro Rivera from the competition. This is
no, not the competition, the event.
Both can be done.
This is not
Not the
that
competition,
extreme
not
to
the
exclude
event.
someone from the whole
No, yeah, of
competition.
course. I don't want to
Not the
exclude him from
competition, not
Champions League.
the
Although
event.
I would like my 50 against Miro bet to be applied, but
But Fiti,
I think
shouldn't be both.
Miru should wait a minute. I think Miru should be banned from Game Center, as I got banned.
Okay, I silence Bravo. Go on.
Fiti,
Piss off.
shouldn't
I want
both
to hear.
be-
I want to hear Ale Pere.
Yes.
Shouldn't both be disqualified? I mean, not only Miro, but Gavi.
Yes.
Well, Gavi
I think
asked for the
if
team
you
play, and
sanction
then
one,
Miro
you cannot
accepted.
not sanction the other.
Yes.
Yes.
have to be
No,
sanctioned.
I agree with Pere. Both should be disqualified according to the rules.
I'm not saying they both should be disqualified. I'm saying that if someone of them is, the other has to be also.
It's either none of them or both of them. Yes.
Yeah, indeed, that's facts.
Can I get my opinion on this?
Always,
Yes.
Okay. As it follows, I think Joe and Guy are right in their analysis that both players should be sanctioned. The only thing I disagree is that they should probably be excluded from the entire event, not because I dislike them. I actually quite like Gavi. I don't have anything against Miru, but
The event or the competition.
No, the entire competition. Because if doing something like this in the Champions League is not sanctioned, it might set a very bad precedent.
Well, the question is not if it's going to be sanctioned or not. I think you mean in either I think you're trying to give the opinion, do we exclude them specifically from talk?
Okay, let me just tell you something. We are live in this moment still, so I will ask for two things. First of all, Carlos, you can finish the live because we have the classifications. The other group we will give it later because we need to touch this topic. And second of all, I want the organization. So Mijo, Carlos, and Ruben to move to the organization chat, and we will decide the final sanction.
Okay, but I want to talk about the serious